they can hear us. And hello and welcome everybody to 20 Sides to Every Story. Tonight we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, working our way through the Dark Tower upcoming original Adventures Reincarnated release from Goodman Games. The party has been doing quite well. They were absolutely on fire last week. Every time I dropped the slightest hint or clue, they were like, bam, some combination of Sherlock Holmes, Scooby-Doo-esque luck to come up with the right solution. So, as we were closing out, I believe everybody got to hear that they had found a map showing the majority of this first level of the dungeon. I think we might have closed the stream, and like seconds after, somebody was like, oh, I wonder why there were more than one gems. What happens if we stack them up? And then yes, indeed, it does allow sight into the next layer down on the map. The map is actually a three-dimensional or multi-layer map that those gemstones do allow sight into. But it looks as though the author only got a little ways down into the second level mapped, pathing out a way to what looked like some cells. I think the party then made a fairly quick deduction that that might be where certain people are who might want to be rescued, and plans were then laid to do some stuff. I'm going to turn it over to the party to let me know what those plans are. But before we do, the party did get the benefits of a long rest just before we wrapped up. They managed to roll their lucky dice and not have any disturbances there. But that does mean it's been about 10 hours or so since they fought with Avarkus and the other Set followers in the temple. They did track down the bodies of most of those cultists and dealt with them with a flurry of fiery magics. But they did not see the body of Avarkus there. And they do know that this first floor is now full of rats and ratlings and cave beavers and giant rats running every which way, doing the bidding of probably their were-rat bosses. So that's kind of where they were. They've holed up here in kind of a little cubby where Holomir is a guardian protecting the entrance to the Tower of Mitra. This would be the top floor of the tower, then descending inside. The doors that he references are invisible, so you can see through that to a staircase leading down, two big doors to either side, and occasionally a little gnome warrior will trot past in a tabard of Mitra carrying sword and shield going about their business. But they're sort of, don't look at me, I'm not here, don't want to think about your problems kind of situation, having their own stuff to go about. And the ones that you did see go past look a little beat up and a little bit tired. They've got that kind of gaunt, I haven't been eating well sort of situation going on. They're kind of, tunics are all a little gray rather than white, that sort of thing going on. Up here in the area, Sheila, who was rescued earlier, Prefect Cornelius, who's been assisted down into this relatively safe space, a baby griffin, a sleeping puppy, a warhorse, and Bowser, who is a mechanical dog increased to large size. Those are the folks that are sitting about. Let me know who's coming with, who's staying, as we move on from there. So, I believe someone has notes, and I believe that's Tahir's player at the moment. So I'm going to ask that we lead off with a quick introduction reminder. Tahir, how you doing and how you feeling? I think you got to do your cut loose and explodey things with Tann last night towards the end. But if you could give me a little update on Tahir, and then a quick rundown of what you think the plans might be.
Up, I'm Daw, playing Tahir, level 8 blade singing wizard. He's feeling so great. As one half of Team Knight's Dynamite, we get to blow stuff up all the time. It's pretty great. And oh boy, do I got a list of things we should do here. And I'm going to start with the simplest one first, is we got to find where the hell this caravan crew is at. I mean, we said the constabulary was an excellent place to start, and then we realized we were already there It's empty. Not a soul in sight. And we'll stop right there. We're doing other introductions.
Okay, so step one was find the caravan members. So let's kick over. Let's go around to the left here. Dahrian, we'll skip to you there. How's Dahrian doing at the moment? And does Dahrian have any priorities above or beside caravan hunting?
Hello, my name is Chris. I'm playing Dahrian Greyshale. He's a cleric of Saloon, domain, Twilight domain. I think the thing that piqued his interest, probably from last session, the thing that piqued his interest the most was that I believe on the map there was cells or whatever that were shown on the map.
Correct.
That the possibility of getting people or whatever, if that's where they took the caravan people or whatever. But he would be, his main goal at this point would be to free anybody that would be in those cells. So,
and those cells, so revealed on Beldar's map on this first level down to the south, there were some secret rooms off of the passageway behind the Temple of Set. Those look more like tombs. On the second level down, near where you were heading past the Hill Giant area, bending around there and then up to the north, that's where you see what looks more like a cell block. So those are the areas that looked of interest at the moment. Kicking over left from there, Blitz. Blitz, how are you doing at the moment, and any priorities that you wanted to bring up?
I think Blitz is feeling pretty good. We've met some nice folk down here. Seems like we've finally gotten into a better neighborhood as far as the underground caverns go. So he's liking this area much better. Oh, by the way, I think he had an idea while we were camping. What if since we have these two rings that are kind of opposites, or and we know one of them talks because it's talking to Dahrian. What if we show that ring to the other ring? Might they interact? That's just an idea that occurred to him to possibly try, and maybe they'll have a little ring, like a pog battle or something. I don't know. That'd be fun to watch.
So, remind me, who has Varkus's ring at the moment? I know somebody was carrying it, and so far not wearing it that I knew of.
Go back, loot. I never wrote who had it. I just wrote what it was.
Okay, so could I have a volunteer as to who's been carrying Varkus's ring?
It's Blitz's idea, so I think Blitz has it.
I think so. Okay.
Right.
So
it would complete the ensemble.
That's true. Blitz is entering it up right now with the full set regalia. Now, at the moment, you have not put Varkus's ring on your finger. We'll just go with so far that you've done some identifies. You know that it would do effectively protection from good and evil, but only protect against the good. So it would not have an effect on evil people. And then it's got a kicker in there. It does other stuff, but you would have to kind of attune to it to figure out what else it might do. So far, I don't believe you've done that thing.
But he would if people wanted him to. All his attunement slots are filled right now, or else he'd just do it probably. But if people made a request, is that something we should do? According to all present? Huh?
I'm guessing that would be bad.
Yeah.
I'll just ask the
it
ring
sounds
what the ring
bad,
thinks.
yeah.
I mean, as you said, maybe the ring knows the ring from, I don't know.
Yeah, just put them together. He'll propose it to Dahrian. He'll hold up the ring. Should
Clink
we do an
rings.
introduction? Because we clink rings.
He holds it up. I'll attempt to communicate or whatever. I'll say, do you sense something that you don't like?
So you start to present the rings to one another, and so far you've only heard information from Mitra's favor, the ring, and it sort of gives you I don't know what you're talking about. What ring?
Oh, protection from good.
Right, yeah. There's a ring of Varkus that is 2 feet in front of you. It seems to have some of the same qualities that you do, only the opposite.
Likely that is why I could not divine Avarkus's intentions, and at the same time, why he could not see what a threat Cornelius was to him in the town. We are similar but opposite. I would agree with the Metal Man's assessment. I don't feel like being flipped on top of it, though, so please no pog battles.
Sure. No. Do you know if there are other things similar to you? One of my other companions here was given a sword. If we're dealing in similars and opposites, is there perhaps a sword here that it would be the opposite of the one that my friend carries?
There are likely many reflections, but I would not consider them perfect matches. The regalia of Mitra and the tools of Set are quite different. Set is a more bestial, creaturey demon, while Mitra is a noble man.
Very interesting.
And throughout the conversations, of course, Polymir is looking on with great interest and being like, we should just, smash it. If only I had a big smashy sword instead of this dagger now. But with that, let's move over to who has Polomir's big smashy sword. Andry, what might you be thinking at the moment, and do you have any priorities we should be aware of?
Andry is, I'm going to assume that Tann is still sleeping, so he's going to go over to Tann and, hey, wake up. Wake up, Tann. Tann.
I'm awake.
The sword tells me that it could do things.
Oh.
It's crazy good. Oh, it's so nice. I like it. But
Well, it's good to hear.
I know.
What was that?
You probably thought that I forgot, but it's your birthday, and I want to give you this ring.
Whoa!
Is
I
that
didn't
okay?
even realize I told you my birthday. Thanks, man.
Yeah. It's been a year. I assumed you had forgotten. You told me.
Oh yeah, that
But
makes
I
sense.
didn't forget. I remember.
Oh, that's real sweet of you, man.
But the sword does the same thing as the ring, so I don't need it anymore. And I think you should wear it.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
And I believe
Thanks,
that
man.
was a ring of spell turning, so please
Yes.
go ahead and add that to the list for you there, Tann. And as we head over in that direction, while it is Tann's birthday apparently, the 20 Sides crew is also celebrating 2 birthdays. Alex and a person to be unnamed unless they decide to reveal to themselves. But the secret's out. So yes, Alex and Jenna are celebrating birthdays today. So everybody, so happy birthday to everybody. And Alex, I see you out there, so happy birthday. Hope you're having fun with the family and all.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Tann, as you are
Yes.
awakened and given a ring, how are you doing? And do you have any priorities or plans we should be aware of?
Mainly go with the flow, probably. I mean, at this rate, with the he's rocking 2 rings now because he's got the ring of haste and now this ring of spell turning. So just a couple more, and he's gonna be looking pretty sweet. What do I think? I feel like Tann wouldn't have a set goal in mind. He just kind of roll with the punches and what everyone else is planning. But he would probably lean towards what Tahir mentioned with trying to find like the people from the I remember this word.
Caravan?
Caravan. Thank you.
Shadar's caravan? Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why that word escaped me, but yeah, I think he would want to see about finding the people from the caravan. Other than that, yeah, Tann just kind of floats where he needs to be.
All right. So I think of the priorities. The rings were engaged with one another. They can't really tell that one another exists, so there's no real combat-y thing to do there, but it does indicate that they are sort of opposing forces, even though they don't know of one another. There are other regalia out there to be found, and the ring and sword seem to reasonably get along, though they are sort of not to the same purpose. One's much more protective, the other one's much more bashing and slashing. But with all that, now that we have priorities, plans and actions,
Do you want me to bash the ring? Tahir,
Yes.
I've never destroyed a magical item. Do you know what
You're
happened?
gonna do what? Yeah. Hold on. What are you trying to do?
The ring that protects from good.
Oh, the signet ring. Do I know what happens? I've never personally blown up a ring. I've known that they're very difficult to do. Sometimes you throw it into a giant volcano with fiery magma flowing through it. That's one way to do it, I've heard. You can't do it with a hammer, as that's a definite no. Won't like that. I mean, that sword might do it. It might be a little more difficult because it's specifically made to defend against that type of threat. But I mean, it could work.
could work.
Or
Yeah,
it could,
let's-
blow up, suck our souls into the ring and then reforge itself and then kill us all.
Could also do those things. Let's try maybe an Arcana to see if you have any specific knowledge that might help out here.
Does
I-
Lawgiver have any knowledge of it?
Yeah.
And by that I mean, can I assist Tahir?
I'll accept that. Yeah. So you bring
I can
Lawgiver
ask-
over. You kind of huddle up. Lawgiver's like, yeah, I could definitely do that. Go ahead, Dahrian.
I was just going to say, I could ask the ring that I wear how it could be destroyed.
I would prefer not to be.
No, for this counterpart to you. I have no desire to destroy you.
Mitra's favor says it would be fairly difficult for you to destroy me. A creature of evil that got its hands on me and wished to do so could, over time, nothing so simple as a dispel magic or something like that, but with enough force behind it, anything can be undone. So it is, it's got a high opinion of itself. It thinks it would take something epic to break itself, but it doesn't really know about that other ring. It can't get a lock or a feel for it.
I let everybody. Well, I guess everybody else can hear it talking. Correct.
Yep. Yeah, it can talk. It talks out loud, or it talks in your minds.
Oh, I have
So
to
we-
roll.
Yeah. Do we?
That's pretty good. So you check out the ring, and you think that with a Holy Avenger, wielded by someone in good faith, striking the ring, if you could hit it just right, it's pretty likely to break and do nothing worse than whatever shrapnel might spread about. You are fairly confident that if you wanted to break this one, this is a important ring, but it's one that was made for Avarkus, and it having his emblem on it rather than one of Set's or Mitra leads you to believe it's not it's for him, not for the god. Whereas the one for Mitra is a, bound to the god sort of thing.
Well, if you so wish, Lawgiver has given me great insight into how to rightfully destroy it. I mean, it may not be exactly 100% related to Set, but an evil artifact still possible. I mean, I would not know if there's any adverse effects to wearing or using it just quite yet, but if you wish to strike true, I mean, if you just hit right there and then give it a real good whack, you can probably get it.
Is there any possibility we may wish to have use of it later? Once we destroy it, it cannot be undone.
You worried about somebody good attacking you? Oh, yeah, Metal Man. Are you good?
I believe so.
Was
Did you eat today? Are you good? Did you eat today? Do you need to eat? Do you need to drink? What do you drink again? I don't remember.
Oil.
Oil? Which reminds me, that is on the list of things to do, is Avarice's shop did have some oil in it. So I'm pretty sure you'd definitely appreciate going up there. That's number 4 on the list.
Avarkus was the one of the, if not the, head guy here, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Avarkus was the high priest of the town and leader of the group you have met so far. Now, Avarice obviously wanted to depose him. His daughter didn't seem to be too fond of him. His guards were a little bit on the grumpy side, but he was leading the band.
Well, I will throw this out. I mean, obviously, if we decide to destroy the ring, that's I'm not opposed to that. However, if he was the head priest, it is possible, and I've heard of such things before, that either emblems or rings and stuff can be used as keys, or showing it as an emblem to allow passage, things of this nature. It's possible that this ring could have some of those qualities if he was the high priest. It may allow safer entry into perhaps the Tower of Set or something of that nature, at least for the one who wields it or wears it.
Dahrian, I have Lawgiver. I'm pretty sure that it would allow me passage anywhere that I want to go.
That is probably very true.
If anything, too, it could also be used as not literally worn in use, but seeing as if we need to kind of get out of a tight situation, be we're connected. Ooh, we got the ring. I maybe not quite as casual as I would present it, but it's an option.
Deception, I like it.
Yeah. I'm good at talking my way out of situations. I don't look it, but I'm okay. I do all right.
So, do you want to hang on to the ring then?
Might as well. I got a collection going now.
Yeah. And, it is your birthday, so.
Presents.
Yay! So
yeah, I think he'll put it in a little satchel or something.
Okay.
I don't think he would actually wear it. He'd try to keep it away somewhere safe.
Got it. So you tuck it away, boop, It's hanging on you. Currently, that will not give you any benefit of protection. You do need to be wearing it attuned to it to get the benefits, but you do have a Varkus's ring in a pouch. And now... yeah, Alex, super coincidence. Tann's birthday too. And so, now, what's the party doing?
Oh, I've made a list, as I've said. We already discussed item 1, which is what was supposed to be the constabulary, but then I added the 1.5 clause, or the second floor. So, 1 at 1.5, check that off. Number 4, we've already discussed, that's the store. That's the store raid. Could always use some nice paper. That Senate board's still calling to me. And for that, we'll jump to number 5, which is just randomly explore wherever we need to, or enter the towers if we are so inclined. That's option 5. It's at the very bottom of the list. Unless someone has anything else to add, then they can go even farther down. And that brings us to number 3, which is at Guardian Naga. That's in the other room. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would appreciate no longer being like as a statue and at least out of there.
It would give chance to for Andry to try out his new toy.
Indeed. And then we'll jump to number 2. And that was already said by Dahrian, which is the weird hidden rooms on the first floor behind the statue of Set, which Andry destroyed, near the corpse room, which is by the Guardian Naga, which is why 2 and 3 are right next to each other. We can do it all in one go. I'm just saying.
Tahir.
Yes.
If we're gonna be down here a long time, maybe we should
We will be.
go to the store first and get provisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Need
that
to be
one seems
prepared,
time
right?
sensitive.
Provisions, any potential potions that they might have. Ball bearings.
The little
Titans.
kink in the list that I'm going to have to rewrite. I mean, if we have to, we might as well.
Well, I'm just thinking that we don't want to go down to the second level, third level, whatever, however deep this goes, and then realize that, oh shit, we probably should have stocked up first.
We didn't get any sandwiches.
Yeah,
We can get sandwiches?
I mean, the inn's right upstairs.
True.
And remember, this is not thievery. It's conquested rights for the sake and order of Mitra. We've established this. We have the rights to do so, and favored by the gods to do so.
The gods smile upon us.
Who are you telling this to? Because I'm down for getting, like, food stuff. Yeah, let's eat.
And
maybe
lawgivers
some
on
peanuts,
board. Lawgivers like thumbs up.
alcohol.
Favors like
See?
thumbs up.
The sword gets it, the ring gets it, we're good. I don't see any issue with this. But now we're gonna have to move number 4 to number... And
And
The
also, if we do go up top and eliminate any threat up there, if we do find caravan people, I would hate, if we don't do that, I would hate to find captives or whatever down here, take them up top to leave them, and then have them get captured again by whoever remains.
Or killed. Yeah, you're smart, Dahrian. That's like, let's take care of the people upstairs first.
Speaking of those who might capture or kill, as you settle in on your plans, I do need a couple of random dice from people. So if someone, I'll ask you to each only choose to roll one of these sets that I ask for. If someone could roll me a 1d100, you would prefer to see a 31 or better on the die.
Who's doing that? Oh,
89.
that's
89.
pretty good.
Well done.
nice.
That's one thing we don't need to worry about today. If I could ask somebody to roll 1d4, you would like to see a 1.
Oh, interesting.
A 2 is not a 1,
Not bad.
but that's okay. Still doing good, still doing good.
So close.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the closest you can get.
Now if I could ask somebody to roll me a 2d4s, you would like as low a number as you can possibly manage.
I got this.
You got that one? All right.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
Not the worst, not the best. Alright, we got that. One moment here.
In one manner of speaking, 2 is as close to 1 as you can get, but in another, they're all equidistant.
Geometry.
What riddles are you speaking?
Let's see. Oh, could I have 1d100 from someone who hasn't rolled yet? You would like to see a 16 or better.
You got this one to hear, or should I?
Knowing my luck with Call of Cthulhu and D100, I'd say it's better you do it.
Okay. Here we go. 3.
Wow.
3 is not a 16 or better. That's okay.
Well, better. Are we going like golf rules where like lower is better?
No, not so much golf rules.
I'd like to point out that I'm the only one that's rolled well here.
We're doing okay. Due to that roll, I actually do need to ask for one more. Could I get I need 2 more actually. Could I get 1d100? You would prefer to see a 21 or better. 21
So many
or better.
D100s.
Well done. And could I get a 1d6? You would prefer not to see a 1.
Chris,
Never get one
redeem
from you.
yourself.
Did I do it? D6?
1d6.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Got the 1. Okay.
That's awesome.
1 second here. I just need to make one more move about.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you.
We're doing well. We're doing well here. I mean, that actually might that might short-term gain long-term harm, but that'll be okay. Get down there, buddy. Cool. So with my randomness taken care of for the moment, let's come on back and ask which way is the party headed. The room you're in has a trap door, so a bit of a tunnel with, I think you dropped a rope down, leading up to a trap door that you can pop open carefully and come out in the Temple of Mitra, or you could head south through the ghoul caves that you've cleared out and filled with treasure into the dungeon first floor. Which way are we going from here?
Should we go out? Yeah, should we go out through the church, the constabulary, or the inn? Yeah, the inn. Those were the 3 spots that you could enter in on this floor, right?
Church,
or am I missing another?
Constabulary, inn. You haven't been up in the tower yet, and you can come up in Avarkus's house. Going on the far side.
Yeah. The first one we went through.
The way you came down.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. I will say no to the church, for this place is hidden, and everyone is in here. Probably not best.
Yeah. And we already covered it, I think, last session. We moved the chair back in place, or the pew.
Yep.
I would recommend, because, I mean, I'm just going off the bias of the list I have made. I mean, we still have yet to truly check the constabulary.
Oh, true. And we know no one's there. No enemies, I believe.
We don't know that. People are coming back to life all the time.
It's true.
And that would put against the inn, even though it was right next to it, because we all made an agreement that we would go in there, blow it up, and walk away like true heroes.
Was the constabulary, was it kind of a tower, or was it just a single-story structure? There was a tower in town, right?
Yeah, constabulary is a single-story structure with a kind of wall around it and stables for horses. To the east of the constabulary, a little bit up the hill, is a tower. And when you came up from the dungeon, you found that there was an east-west passageway. Going west took you to the constabulary. Going east, you're 99% sure would take you to the base of where that tower pops up. But that was more just like a plain defensible guard tower with a hidden entrance as compared to one of the main towers.
Well, if we did go up through that secret entrance and go to that tower, I'm certain we would have a much better vantage point of looking at the town and seeing, watching for an hour, see where anybody is, if anybody's going in and out, just to I guess, do a little recon before we actually headed out amongst the town.
That'd be smart.
Sure.
Go with this.
All right, so if the party would go ahead and move themselves down to that intersection just south of the ghoul area, you're kind of opening up that secret door. You can see there's still some rats moving around, far fewer than there were before. There was like a sea of them moving the bodies. Some fireballs weeded that down a bit, but they're still moving around a fair amount. Now, as you step out into the hallway, I do need to ask the party for the fateful 1d6 of this room to see.
I will refrain from rolling that.
You have to redeem yourself from your redemption. Redeem the redemption so you can redeem the redemption.
I got it, a 4.
All right, a 4. So there are rats all about, and it's almost impossible for you to not be noticed by them. They're just scampering here or there, but they kind of like look at you and like, nope, and out of there. So occasionally you'll get one that's just a little too slow for you to get away, and you get a shot off or get a zap. The thing you're noticing here, though, these rats, you have never seen so many distended bellies, fat waddling looking rats. It looks like they've just been feasting up, to the time of their lives. So now they're all moving just a little bit slower, and having like a Templeton after the fairgrounds look about them, for any Charlotte's Web's fans. Now, as you're kind of making your way along, you see there's a bit of a hallway off to the south there. There is a hallway off to the north from which you can no longer hear kobold songs, but you are familiar that there are kobolds up there. And then if you were to continue on and bang a left, you'd be headed south towards where the temple is. Where are we headed from here?
I think first what we want to do is cover up our tracks for the secret door, so that the bad people that are down here don't have like easy access to our friends.
Sounds like a good plan.
I took the guy's sword, so I'm not sure how useful he's going to be at this point.
All right.
I will cast Prestidigitation just to, I wouldn't say necessarily clean the area, but, make it look like terrible, because this place has always looked terrible. Not look great. Probably little rat droppings everywhere.
Less door scrapes.
Less door scrapes.
Yeah, less footprints, that kind of stuff.
Could I get a stealth from whoever is going to be our official stealth roller? Tann's hands up. Tahir providing the assistance. Tann, though, you're the one making sure that it looks natural, like you walk past, rather than you came from this room.
As a former smuggler, I could tell you gotta really give it a little swoosh swoosh of something to really like mix up the dirt.
Do we have guidance for her? Can anybody help her with that? Him? Sorry.
That's okay. I could do it too.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah.
Me, Iron Man. Let's see. I'm sorry, I thought I rolled it, and apparently I didn't. Boop.
Oh, 24.
Nice.
Yeah. You've gummed it up with the ghoul goo just like it was before you came here, so it looks good. Now, off to the north, you've got kobolds. Down to the south, you've got some spider webs stringed about. Off to the west, looks clear until you get to the bars going from floor to ceiling, cutting off that hallway. Where are we headed?
Should we just go straight to the constabulary and not worry about anything else just yet?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that would be wise.
I believe this was the door there.
That's it.
Yep.
As you head south, you look over to the left, you see that inviting violet mist, just begging for someone to walk into it again. But I feel like you carry on to the next hallway. Bang a left, head to that hidden staircase where you can now see there's that little landing area, the back wall. Push that one open. East-west hallway. West would be towards the constabulary. East would be towards the set. And as you're poking about that sort of hallway entrance there, I need another D6. high numbers would be your preference.
Got this, Dahrian. The redemption, redeeming of the redemptions.
Listen! it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
We need you to redeem this redemption that you're trying to redeem from the previous one. So we're having you go again.
Lord have
All right,
mercy.
so could I get a quick perception check from whoever is in the lead as they would be coming up to that?
Would that be me?
It's either you or Andry.
Yeah.
I can do it. It's fine.
Andry,
You can do it.
Andry was apparently in the lead and not paying a ton of attention. Starts to open up the door, and as you're opening up the door, you can hear the sound of water or a liquid spilling across the floor. And Andry, you're sort of looking down as one of the guards is looking up at you. Must have been filling, his cup from one of the wine barrels that you have just now slid out from above his, and he's like, "Huh.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Well, I've been better.
What do you mean?
Do you go with like the I get 5 seconds to run rule, or
No.
uh,
I'm gonna charge up to him.
and so combat starts, combat ends. He's no match to a full fresh party as he was down here just trying to refill his wineskin. And capture, kill, what's the goal here?
I think Andre would try and capture.
Okay. In short order, you've got him knocked down, trussed up, and he's like, "Look, I would really, really prefer you didn't kill me. Is there, like, what do you need? What do you want? I've got no loyalty to these people."
Great, so you should have no issues answering questions. And if you lie, trust me, we'll know. This fellow right here, and I point to good old Dahrian, I mean, he may seem like a very gentle soul, but boy, could he have a very mean temper.
Yeah.
Especially those who lie.
Look,
I give a wry smile.
yeah, there's not a lot of point to me lying right now. Like, you've been downstairs, you killed Mirth, you killed Avarkus. It's kind of just
Wasn't there one more?
that you kill. I mean,
What was
you
his
killed
name
a
again?
whole half-
No,
If we're-
was there like
Avarice.
one more? No,
Avarice.
no, it was like some. I think
Oh,
he was
what's
part
his
of the
name?
vocabulary.
Oh, did you kill him?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Tofu
Mirth.
face?
Mirth.
no, she's
Right?
not
No.
Tofu face.
Huh. Oh,
I mean, I guess.
So, based on that answer alone, you are in association with Set, I assume.
Yeah, sort of the the town hobby.
I'm the great start. I think it's strike. Dahrian, one that says strike one.
Quick one.
Look, I got. There's really no excuses kind of here, but it's been a couple of 100 years. I've done a lot of stuff. If you're the types that don't negotiate, go ahead and swing. But I don't really want to be an undead, so I. Is there anything I can say?
Wait,
do?
you're not undead?
What?
How are you living for 300 years if you're not undead?
Well, the elves do it, and they're not undead. But we
I
got
mean, it's true.
kind of a god on our side here. Set, you might have heard of him.
He's just keeping you guys alive.
He is. I mean,
is immortality why you follow him?
it's a fringe benefit. Really, I got into it for the money. See, this is sort of a place that was, digging up a lot of treasure, and I came here for the treasure. And when it came time to decide who gets how much treasure, I wanted a lot of it. And there were some of us that were like, hey, if we eliminate the ones who are trying to give it to people who aren't us, then we get more treasure. And seemed like a good plan.
Logical.
Yeah, I mean, sounds great, right?
Mathematician.
Yeah, so, play the odds, and then, there were some unexpected twists. We didn't really get to leave town to spend our treasure, but we got a lot of time to think about what we would do with the treasure if we ever did. So, yeah.
But your immortality only limits yourself to this town.
Yeah, you don't want to go outside of town. Like if you start stop aging. If you stop aging, don't leave town.
Have we stopped aging?
Does it catch up with you when you leave?
Real quick.
Oh.
Well, your fate entirely depends on what you say on this next question. Well, answer, should I say. You remember our lovely caravan crew that brought us into town, I don't know, a few days ago, and then you killed some of them, robbed them, and then threw them somewhere?
Sure.
Are they still alive? And if so, where?
Some, and they would be down in the cells.
Your cells or these cells?
Oh, these cells. I mean, they'd be... we don't keep them up here. If we kept them up here, people would get suspicious.
So they're down there for sacrifices, basically.
Oh, yeah. Food, sacrifice. All the stuff that people are good for.
How many others are there in the constabulary and the guard tower?
Oh, I don't think any are left in here now. Everybody was heading for the outskirts of town, hole up, kind of settle in to wait you all out. I was just trying to fill up my wineskin, and then was not expecting you to come popping out of nowhere.
Are you lying to me?
Do you think I would have been standing here filling up a wineskin if I expected you to come up?
No, I'm thinking that maybe there's like 17 people upstairs and you're just trying to get us to go upstairs.
No. After you took care of Mirth, it'll be a while before somebody steps up again.
That was the zombies. They didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
How many?
Didn't catch the details.
How many were heading to the outskirts of town?
Oh, probably about a dozen by the time they're all cleared out.
Is the inn cleared out? Pretty much everybody cleared out, or just those that served under Mirth directly?
I like how you think, Dahrian. We could go get a drink.
I don't know. Melkor's a little weird. Baldur's a little drunk. Everybody else will probably clear out, though.
Wait, is Baldur a part of this?
I mean, doesn't seem to get any older.
But does he like it?
Hey, man, I don't like this right now, so I don't know that qualifies.
Well, that's because we're probably going to kill you when we're done talking to you.
Yeah, see, that's, like, low. I really don't want to become an undead. Like, it does not seem fun.
Wait, if we kill you, you become undead?
Yeah. You don't think he's gonna let us go, right?
Who?
Set.
So when we kill anything, they just become undead and we gotta kill them again?
I mean, it's been going on this way for hundreds of years.
Fuck.
Does this happen automatically wherever you are in Mitra's Fist?
That's a little bit beyond what I know. Like, that's sort of Avarkus and his family's shtick, and he doesn't really like questions. He's kind of dead now, so I guess if you want to go around asking, but with him dead, I don't know who you're going to ask. We're just kind of in, like, me, I'm just in it for the loot. Like,
Loot which you can't spend or use anywhere outside this town. It kind of was a really bad business choice on your part, if you really think about it.
okay, so I don't know if you know this about gods, but they don't always put all their cards on the table. So when you're like, hey, will I get a fat sack of cash? And they're like, yeah. You don't always think in the moment, to ask, will you get to go traveling to spend it? Now, with 300 years to think about it, of course I would ask. But it's a little late. And what am I going to do?
Now I just feel sorry for him.
Yeah. I mean, like, the worst possible thing you could do is just leave me here to wallow in my misery. I mean, best thing you could do, find a way to break this curse for me. Man, I got a fat sack of cash that I'd be happy to give to you if you could, find a way for me to get out of this without becoming undead. Or dead. Undead, no deaded. Neither dead nor undead.
So dead, undead, redead?
Yeah. You know what? I'd be happy to walk away penniless and naked into the desert for the chance to get out of here without turning into a pile of dusty bones that then comes walking right on back.
Wait,
Well,
there's a way.
you wouldn't want to do that in a desert. You'd freeze to death. I would not advise that.
Again, little bit of a,
Expressions. I get it.
There's a way to get you out of this?
Maybe.
I mean, all I have to do is just kill Set. How hard can that be?
I mean, Mitra almost did it.
I'm sure Mitra would help.
See?
What
I mean,
if
looked the
you were
part.
to what if you were to pledge yourself to Mitra?
Yeah, I don't know if Set's really the type to let you get out from under a contract.
Yeah, that might make him dead in some way.
He feels
You
like
know-
the kind that would enforce clauses.
Mitra would be great at alleviating some of that contracts. I'm just saying. I don't know anything.
Look, I don't know if you've picked up on it, but Mitra's kind of been the laughingstock in town here for like 350 years. So you're all real impressive looking. But it looks like Mitra called in some help. So now you help Mitra, break the curse, do whatever you need to do. Awesome, fat sack of cash, all yours. But what am I gonna do? Like, Mirth kept all the cool stuff for himself. Like, the dude was fast. But
Wait, isn't he dead?
Yes, you threw into a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, so he's not that fast.
I mean, I'm saying, like, I couldn't even keep up with Mirth, and you took care of him. So are we on? Hello? Are we connecting?
Yeah, I get it.
I'm terrified of you. I am more terrified of Set. And of those things, the things I don't want to be is dead, because then you've hurt me and Set will hurt me. I would prefer...
I would like to point out to you that you should probably be more terrified of me than Set, because I ain't afraid of him.
No, see, it's kind of a onesie-twosie thing. Like, you take me apart, and then he puts me back together in some odd way.
Yeah,
the
he's
term
already...
is lesser of two evils, is what he's trying to say.
Well, no, I think he's terrified of both evils, because he's saying that, one, he doesn't want to be dead, and we can take care of the making him dead thing, but he also doesn't want to be undead, re-dead, because that's what Set will do. So we kill him.
We can take care of that too, Tann.
It's everything he hates. So either way, he's like, this situation sucks. So, there's really no making him happy at this point, unless we could break his curse, which not on the table at the moment.
Have you spent much time downstairs?
I mean, a couple of 100 years back, yeah, of course, we all went digging, we turned up all sorts of stuff, but then you just start finding less and less stuff. Avarkus and Mirth, Afris, all kept, Avara kept keeping it all for themselves. So, why bother? What am I going to spend it on? So we hang out, caravan folk come up. I mean, look, not going to lie. It was a lot of fun fooling folks and then taking what they owned. Couldn't really do anything with it, but it felt kind of good. Felt like I had some control over my life, for a little bit. And then, take the horses to the hobgoblins, throw the bodies in the stack, and back to just waiting for something else to happen.
Oh yeah, what's your connection with the hobgoblins? Because I know there's something going on there with the other flesh and stuff, but did we get a clear answer on that in the past? I'm just curious at this point. I don't think this has anything to do with what we're actually doing. I'm just curious.
Are
Trade
the
in flesh.
Are the hobgoblins set worshippers as well?
No, they got their own stuff going on. I mean, they're, I guess, similar purposes. But yeah, they're death shaman or death priest. Wackadoo. Avarkus likes making undead stuff, but I don't think he's ever put a camel together.
Have you heard the name Omphalos? Is that right?
Omphalos?
Omphalos.
No, what's an Omphalos? It's like a heffalump or
There's
a
yeah. You said you spent time downstairs and such. There's a room with many bodies that had a large room off of it.
Oh yeah.
Rimmed with skeletons.
Yeah, that's what
and then.
Oh wait. Skeletons. What skeletons?
So you don't know about that room?
I'm gonna say no, because I don't know about any skeletons in that room. I mean, I guess...
Not that room. There's a room to the north of there that has a bunch like magical concentric circles guarding or holding something at bay in the center.
Yeah, this might be a little too much information.
He's like, tell me more. He's like, now look, guys, I'm not going anywhere, and no, I don't have any idea what you're talking about right now. There's
right.
a big room with a pile of bodies, some statues that we like to smack around every once in a while, but that place started smelling bad. We threw like an ooze in there to kind of start cleaning it up to make them into skeletons faster for Avarkus, but stuff just would not clean up.
Yeah, this place needs like a little freshening. Open the windows if there were any, It's pretty rough down here, man. I've smelled some things I never thought I'd smell before. It's nasty.
Yeah, a little,
I'm sorry,
a little
Tann.
tricky airing out something that's a couple 100 feet underground, but...
Metaphorically speaking, I don't know how you do it, but it's nasty.
So, I mean, you guys, look, you take over the place, you do what you gotta do, and then, yeah, I'll be on my way. Take me and my smells and get on out.
Okay, you said that there was treasure. You guys picked it up. Where is it?
I mean, everybody's got their own little hidey hole, but mine's back in the, back in town, buried. A couple of stones. Now,
So you don't want to tell me. That's fine.
well, I kind of don't want to tell you until you sort of give me, like, you seem like the upstanding types, probably not the level of betrayal I'm used to, so I'll kind of go with, give me your word that you put me somewhere with food and water. I mean, there's some convenient jail cells just right up there, and I'll
I've
wait
been
it out in there.
ruminating. As we've been conversing, I've been ruminating on your conundrum, and I feel I have come up with an expedient solution. Were Andry to kill you twice, quickly, this would not only remove your curse, but it would remove the threat of you returning as an undead, because he had killed you twice.
Blitz. I kept him alive for a reason. I'm not going to kill him now.
See? Work with good people, and you get good deals. Learn that
All right.
about 175 years too late.
Yeah, obviously. Lock him up.
I would agree with that. Strip him down.
Throw in some food.
And there's
You can keep
there's
the
food
wine.
supplies. There's a giant wine barrel right in front of you. There's some stuff up in the constabulary.
Oh, I'm taking that.
Uh,
So
Andre, that's an entire barrel of wine.
rolling it. So up in the constabulary, we'll so off to the west, up the stairs, constabulary. It seems like he was telling the truth. Nobody else around at the moment. You're able to put him in one of the jail cells, lock it, check and make sure. He doesn't have any keys, wires, etc. Check the layout. There doesn't seem to be any hidden trapdoors, things like that. He appears to be secured inside the jail cell. So long as nobody comes along and opens the door for him, should be good. He does tell you where, a bag of gold, out by the rocks. And if you decide to go check, there will be 500 gold pieces worth of things ferreted away. If you don't leave it, then 500 gold pieces worth of things lie below some indistinct rocks. So, with that done, you're up in the constabulary at the moment, so hadn't gone to the watchtower yet. Or are we heading back to the watchtower? Where are we headed from here?
We want to go to the watchtower and scout out, see who's moving around out there.
But he said that everybody left.
You never know. He could be lying. If he's lying, we could execute him.
Yeah. Well, you said Melkor and Beldar. We didn't ask about the blacksmith or...
Well, we know he's still here. We saw him walking, or at least possibly as either him or his apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was 10 hours ago.
Forgot about that.
We'll be able to tell once we get up to the watchtower.
Sure. So let's go ahead and pop ourselves over to the town of Mitra's Fist. You will not be in the right place, and you might see some people scattered around as I haven't updated this place yet. So let's go ahead and drag you on down here. Let's reveal in here. And then over here to the watchtower. And Sheila, what are you doing up there? You're not there. And Cornelius, you are not there. Griffin, probably not the horse. And then we're good. Okay. So. I am on the wrong level, excuse me. Too many cool places to be.
Too many maps. Too many maps.
Okay, so the tower can be accessed from the tunnel that you are walking along. Inside, there is a ladder leading up. There is a trap door. As you kind of crack that trap door, you can see that there are nests in the tower. Probably cave beavers or giant rats. It doesn't look like anyone's been in here within the last 10 to 15 years. Do you wish to proceed in?
I'm fine with continuing on, but if it doesn't look like anybody's been in here for 15 years, may not.
Sure.
Well, our goal is not to see if
Yes,
anyone's in here. Our goal is to look over the town.
You got it.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and lift the trap door. Could I get a quick survival check from you, please? Whoever would be in the tower and like to do the survival check. It's a pretty good survival check. So within the last couple of hours, the rats have all left the tower. So the only things in here have been the rats. You can see that they've been moving around. The nests are still warm enough to the touch that there was something in here within the day or so, but they've all cleared out at this point. There are arrow slits about, and you would size up that likely a rat, even a giant one, could manage their way squeezing through those arrow slits. Tiny creatures or things that are known to be able to compress themselves in that way. The arrow slits do provide a pretty good view of the town itself. And as you're looking about the town, could I have whoever's going to be acting as our eyes in the tower give me a perception check?
Can help whomever's doing it.
I'm pretty good at perception.
Shh. Go ahead, Dahrian.
Go for it.
Let's see you roll a 1 again.
Pretty solid.
23 is pretty not a 1. So from the tower, things you see. The constabulary itself is fairly quiet. It looks like there are still a couple of horses in the stable. You can hear a little noise coming off in that direction. But it is fewer than there were before. So it seems as though some horses have either been cut loose or taken away. The area away to the west beyond the constabulary, where several of the others of the town were living, kind of a more rough and tumble sort of structure to the buildings. Those look empty. It looks like anything that had value or survival needs has been picked up and carried away. There are a couple of houses where it looks like things have been kind of kicked out. You would guess those are folks who may not be around to claim their stuff anymore, and people were taking what they thought was nice. The household of Avarkus seems to have suffered a similar looting. The guards and the guards are gone. The dogs remain prowling about, so you can see that the dogs are still on the loose in there, but no guards with them. The way that the doors are kicked in and the windows are broken out, it looks like there's some looting had gone on in there to carry a few things away. Curiously, there is a light emanating from behind the curtains of the grain trade building. I don't believe the party has been into this one yet, but the door is closed. The curtains are drawn. It is probably 3 to 4 in the afternoon by now, if I'm doing my time math correctly. But you can see that there is some light coming out from behind there.
And which building was that?
Sure, that's up here in the northwest kind of
Okay.
section there, that blacked out bit.
And what did you call it? From my
Grain
notes?
trade. It's a
Grain trade.
It
Okay.
is a trading organization. It's got a sign of grain or barley on the front door. It looks like somewhere that people would come in, say, hey, I've got 400 sacks of this, buy this from me. They say great, and they arrange for it to go somewhere else. Sort of that trade or co-op sort of set. There's another word for it that's completely escaping me right now. The inn looks like it is currently staffed. There is some smoke still coming out of the chimney, so something's going on in there. You can't tell how much or how many. Olam's smithy, however, has gone dark. So there's maybe a trickle of smoke still coming out from what you saw 10 hours ago, but it's a wisp if anything. There is currently no sounds of clanging. The forge is quiet. The temple, similarly quiet off to the north from there. And that's all the spots. This block right here is not really a block. That is the, I think, upstairs of the inn.
Okay.
So,
Well, I let everybody know that it looks like there's still people in the inn and the grain trade, but for the most part, it looks like those that survived and took off heard of Arcus's and some of the others' demise and decided to loot everybody. So
Well,
We have
let's
our-
hope they missed something then.
yeah, the inn. Pardon me, not the inn, but the shop attached to the inn did not look like it had its windows kicked out and stuff like that. It looked still intact, right?
From the angle that you're at, you'd be looking towards the far side of the building, so you don't see anything that's like been thrown out enough that you would notice, but that's kind of a blind spot for you at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be Melkor claimed that and said loot everything else, but leave my inn and anything connected to it alone. You know. But there's only one way to find out. But that looks like the place that has the most people. So
It. Let's go.
And you are heading to...
is everybody down with going to the inn and cleaning that up?
Andry, certainly. Let's go get a drink.
Alright.
Party time.
So, you head to the inn. Who is first through the door?
Andry.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
I think Andre.
Yeah, I figured I'd just asking to make sure. If you would go ahead and arrange yourselves as you would be as the doors being opened. It is not currently locked, but it does require a bit of force to open. Andry, as you open it, you get just a flash of, top half of head and hair as Melkor ducks down behind his little bar there. Where he's got, kind of his back to the kitchen. You can see the kitchen door is kind of now propped open behind him. And you hear, welcome back. Need to know your intentions.
Drink?
Alright, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we can do that.
What are your intentions?
Well, I run the inn, make folks comfortable, and others take care of all the rest. So as long as you're okay with that, I'll make sure you get a good breakfast as much as you want to drink, and you sort of leave the inn be.
I'm not good at these, but can I do an insight check?
Sure. He seems to want to make a deal that you don't damage his inn in some way.
Tann seems to kind of relax. He's always pretty relaxed, but he seems kind of like, okay.
So you're the bait?
Well, sort of depends on what you mean by bait. Alicia's more the traditional bait, but she's a bait with a hook.
Are you like the rest? You're living for like 1 billion years?
Yeah. Ever since
That set thing you're fine with?
What's that?
You're fine with the set thing?
Didn't have a whole lot of choice. It was either stay a statue or, stop worshiping Set.
And
When
at
I
this
got to
point,
turn to
does
stone-
the statue seem like a better idea?
No. Being a statue is no fun at all.
And this is fun for you?
Well, it's better than being a statue.
They're killing people. You know that, right?
Everybody's always killing people. You kill people, they kill people. I've killed some people. That's just sort of the way people are.
I kill bad people. You're killing good people.
You follow one god, they follow another. What's the difference?
I'm thinking maybe you picked the wrong god.
Well, at the
Are you
moment,
gonna stop?
stop what? Serving people drinks, food.
You see, you take no responsibility for the people that are dying.
Don't particularly need to. I mean, do you?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, and how are you fixing it?
I'm gonna stop it.
Okay, by doing what? By killing people,
Buddy,
right?
buddy back there said that I could break the curse. I'm gonna break the curse. You know how to do that?
I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. How do you break the curse? I mean,
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I mean, I thought the curse stood with the towers, and the towers have stood for hundreds of years.
Pretty sure I could take the tower down.
Well, what sort of breakfast would you like to do that? That seems like a 3 egg and 2 rashers of bacon kind of breakfast for you.
That's it?
Pancakes, some clotted cream,
Now, how can I trust anything that you're gonna give me isn't poisoned?
well, I could eat it too.
I also have purified food and drink.
Well, you could do that.
And I will not be eating, so if you all die, I will slay this man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Appreciated.
Now I am curious. You were a statue, you said, and you refused to tell us why last time. Feel free to tell us this time if you so wish.
Well, was early on, heading down into the temple, and heading down into digging out the tunnels. That was before we got many of the tunnels dug, and we were coming across this clutch of eggs. I thought it were lizard eggs, and no, yeah. Oh, you see where I might be going with this one. I knew of basilisks, and I knew of other such things, so we were prepared. We were keeping our eyes shielded. What I wasn't expecting was a goddamn cactus. Cackled like nothing, like cack-a-doodle. I was just everything went out of my head, and I was like, "What the?" And that was it. So, I gotta tell you, if you ever happen to hear a rooster crowing in a weird kind of way when you are down in the dungeon, do not look to see what it's up to. Cause little bastard pecked me right there, froze up, would have been down there the whole time. And then, well, Set sort of offered me a deal. Went with it. Ended up in with the Vargas in his lot. And, been that way ever since.
Avarkas and his lot are dead now.
Well, that's good. Sort of leaves me wondering what's going to happen to me. But, breakfast at 8, 7, early risers.
Where's your assistant? Or is it your wife? I don't remember.
Militia. She was the bait with the hook in her.
Yeah, she didn't go down the stairs to the temple, did she?
Oh yeah.
She's gone already.
Are you familiar with fiends and demons and such? especially the flirty kinds.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh. Interesting.
yeah. Pretty.
She's that? I did not expect that.
Well, that's sort of the point of her, isn't it?
Hmm.
So, yeah, like I said, we make sure we take care of folk here. They don't die unhappy. Well, sometimes.
Was she one of them that we killed?
No, you have not seen militia since the entertainments, I think. Since you did the assault on Arvarkas, I don't believe anyone's seen militia.
Melkart, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
Where's your treasure?
Well,
I'm not telling you I'm going to take it. I just want to know where it is.
couple of decades back, I was thinking I ought to go get a bit more share. So I took my sword, took my shield, my armor, and all such things, and I headed down. And I lost my sword. Haven't seen it since. I traded so much for that sword. Fine sword. Kept its edge sharp. Done well. But I was overrun by just the nastiest rats while I was down there. I'm thinking that Sinistar fella was had to steal it from me. But he always said no, wasn't him. But gotta think. So, as for the rest, sort of looking at it, upkeep on a place like this ain't cheap. You ever tried getting wine delivered when the delivery folk don't ever come back? It is a pricey prospect.
I'm going to take out my sword, put it down on the bar. You're not lying to me, are you?
Well, no. But that ain't my sword.
No, this is my sword.
Is this Sinistar fellow? He's one of those things, and like he does like little rat impression, like one of those rat face guys.
Yeah. Avarkas' son-in-law.
So he is. What's her name? The husband of his daughter. I see.
Yeah.
He was on just the next level down, right?
I think we saw his tunnels.
Yeah, he tended to stick to the north side, though. From what I can gather, him and Avala, going a bit mad with power now that Daddy ain't around. So I'm not planning on going down there for a while. I don't feel like sprouting whiskers myself.
And if we came back up here, you would take care of us.
If you get what now?
Like, I don't want to have to kill you, man. You serve a good drink, but
and like he's already got like shot after shot after shot lining up, like, and he does the thing where he just like bangs one with his elbow and they like pour into one another. Boop, 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 boop.
How many are currently staying at the inn, Melkor?
Well, with the 5 of you, 5.
So the rest were just play actors.
Well, if they could afford to stay in the inn, then beds here are nice. Militia is more hunting than staying. And the rest are captives.
How many
So-
can the inn sleep?
One, two, three, four, five, six, 12. 2 common rooms with 4 each, and then 4 individual bedrooms, 1 master suite. So you could cram 30 to 40 in here, but 12 is the, recommended occupancy.
I think
that's
I
not-
think Melkor works for us now.
I work for you now. I do. It seems reasonable.
We're gonna help you out. Don't turn on us though, because it won't end well for you.
I plan
My friends back there, they like to kill people, and they've killed a lot of people. And I'm just saying, I like you. You make a good drink, but I'm not going to be able to protect you.
I'm just here to weather the storm.
Well, if we help break this curse and free you, your payment is going to be assisting us from this point forward.
Well, breakfast,
We-
lunch, and dinner. I'll have them all ready and waiting for you here.
Well, and any captives that we bring up top that are down there,
Oh, sure.
we're gonna
And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I need that bottle of whiskey over there. If you want to just hand it over, that'd be great.
I will compensate him for his loss in whiskey.
You just like, zook, dook. I mean, really?
We may also be able to solve your supply chain issues.
That would be helpful. So I'll post up here. I'll keep everything in order for you. Can't really do much of anything without my sword anyway. So
Well, we know you can't leave either. If you go too far from the boundaries of the city, you will
Die.
oh yeah,
You will be dead.
I saw that happen to a fella. That was that's not a clean way to go. You just
I have another question for you.
Hmm.
That trade shop down there, they seem to be running too. Are they in on this?
Yes and no. He's
Like,
I mean
okay.
he's one of us. He's a follower of Set and such, but he checked out a while ago. If you know what I mean.
mentally.
Yeah, he's pretty convinced he is the trade magnate of this whole area.
Is he gonna try and kill us?
Oh, I would say if you challenge his notions, maybe. Otherwise, he just sort of sits there and plays with his abacus.
Oh, he's the greatest salesman and tradesmaster this world has ever seen. Got it.
He does think that, yeah.
I guess what I'm gathering from you is even though you're a follower of Set, you're more part of the congregation, not part of the clergy.
Oh,
Is it
definitely not part of the clergy.
is the same situation for the person at this grain trade?
He's got the robes. He's got the robes and the snakes, and such things. But
All right.
he just ain't there no more. Personally, I would not be above suspecting that a Vargas might have been involved in that. You see, not good to have more than one high priest, you see. They like to have a high priest and then low priests. Once you start taking on airs of being the trade magnate, you know, Barkus likes to be known as the boss.
Sure. All right. Well, I think everybody, we should go deal with him. And in the meantime, are any of your workers still present?
Mine? No, it was just me and Militia, and she ain't likely to come back. Till there's some people worth kissing on.
Gotcha.
Where's the stable boy?
Oh, Beldar? He ain't properly employed. He just sort of does things for drinks. Don't know that I saw him let out. He might still be asleep in the stable.
He was a few days ago. I wouldn't put it past them.
It's sort of his MO. Creeps on out of here to get a couple of bottles, creeps on back there, steals the apples from the horses.
Is he for or against Set? Or just indifferent?
I mean, anybody here still alive is going to be on Team Set. U5 is sort of the exception.
And Cornelius.
Oh, sure, Cornelius, but he ain't properly alive in here. He's just sort of dying slow. Look, kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm pretty sure time's catching up with him. When he came in, had some nice chestnut color hair. Now he all white out. You could set your watch by his hair.
Yeah.
Hairline
well,
like a sundial, just tickety 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 go back in.
if I had a choice to be a follower of Set or die of old age, I think I'd take death.
If you still feel that same way when you're old, I wish you luck in dying. If you change your mind, I'm gonna guess Set'll be there listening for you.
Not if I kill him first.
Fair, sorta, you know. But I'm just here for the fill and drinks, man. Gurgle, 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 gurgle.
Well, go ahead and prepare a meal for us, and let's go take care of... Was there any other clergy left after Varkus and Aphris? And
Well,
this
there were-
one that we're about
There
to
were the
deal.
family. There were Avarkus, Aphris, and Avala. Avarkus's first son got set on by by Mitra. They were the acolytes, so they were, you know, them lower stuff. And yeah, then that's so the four acolytes, the Avarkus's family, and then this fellow. Now that's top side, you know.
Sure. No, that's
Down below,
what I'm
I
asking.
sort of leave that negotiate to Avarkus. Them that come up from lower give me the uncomfortable feeling.
Alright, Tahir, you wanted to go next door?
Oh, absolutely. That sounds wonderful.
I'll come with you.
Sure. So next door would be what was the general store slash Aphris's shop that he got from Daddy slash place with bunches and bunches of stuff in it. You swing around the door, you look inside. It looks as though someone had come through here and grabbed anything that looks like survival supplies. So, the beef jerky's been knocked down, the sacks of nuts have been grabbed, that sort of stuff has been taken and sort of run with. There's still foodstuffs about, but anything that you would think, you know, if I wanted this for my bug out bag, somebody has stuck their hand in there and, you know, took a bunch of the goodies. could I get an investigation from whoever might be going through the shop?
I want to look where he's hiding the good stuff.
Where is he hiding the good
I
stuff?
will assist.
So advantage or guidance?
Take advantage. It's better, right? Yeah. Advantage.
I can give you guidance too if you want that.
Ooh.
I don't know if you need it though.
It's the good
Ooh.
stuff.
now that I see
Good.
it.
Tickety, where am I going? I'm going to, not the manor house. I'm going to Avarkus's Trade Monopoly, wherein Afris got to run Daddy's shop for a while. You do find a lockbox hidden below the counter. A little bit of smashing or a little bit of finesse, either way, and you find 10 gold, 46 silver, 70 copper. It looks like it's a thing used to make change. So it's kinda the cash register. Almost all of the standard adventuring gear, tools, Monday's supplies could be found. The stables have some livestock in them. That all is good stuff. If you need any specific adventuring gear, etc., go ahead and let me know. Of things that are particularly worthwhile, you do find a Senate board with a fairly old set of rules associated with it. And can I get 1d100 from you, please?
Who's feeling lucky?
You would like a high.
I don't know, but Dahrian's feeling pretty lucky to redeem himself.
Come on, Dahrian. You can do it.
High number.
It's saving him for this.
Am I rolling?
You're gonna roll high on a D100.
D100.
Do it.
D100.
Let's see 100.
Everybody, here we go.
Woo!
It's higher. It's higher.
47 is higher, but it is not high enough to get us into the magic items. You find several pieces of artwork and such things, but nothing else that really jumps out at you. They probably are worth a couple of 100 gold each. We'll sort that out if you ever get them appraised. But the Senate board was the signature piece at the moment. Otherwise, mundane equipment to be found.
Any belts?
Quite a number of belts.
Take them all.
You add to your belt ball. Like at this point, it's like, world's largest ball of belts that you're rolling along.
Dude, if we're in emergency, we could link all the belts together and like use it as a rope.
Who is it? Lulu from Final Fantasy wears the dress made of belts. You've got that going on.
Sweet.
Such.
I'm a Square Enix character.
You are an Enix character. Yeah, nothing else that jumps out at you. Now, of course, now that you're looking around for them, you do see little sigils indicating the loyalty to Set. It starts sort of popping out at you now that you know what to look for. The snake here, the thing there, that the scales happen to have serpents, instead of the normal pieces. And holy symbols. Lots of holy symbols for Set. Where to from here, folks?
Could we take 5?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Let me ask: are you planning on going up to the other trade house, and then we can take our 5 as your characters travel?
I would like to go eliminate this cleric.
Okay, sounds good.
Me personally, so
Let me set up for that. I will fade us out.
eliminate. Yes.
You're the boss, Darren.
All right, so we will be back in just a moment. Let's turn off the video. They can't see us. They'll be able to hear us for another 3. And then, hey everybody, welcome
Hello.
back. 20 sides to every story. We're going to be picking back up on our Dark Tower Original Adventures Reincarnated Goodman Games upcoming release playthrough. The party is currently back in the town of Mitra's Fist, as they were laughing about. They're back on session 1 stuff. Kind of coming at this game a little bit circularly. But they are heading up to the Grain Merchant's Emporium. Emporium was the word that I could not think of earlier today. The outside of that shop, it is a single-story stone building. It's in good repair. It appears to be a shop. The door is closed, the windows are shuttered, but there is a little bit of light coming from inside. The wooden sign is outside depicts a sheaf of grain, and that swings above the door. That door is closed. Party, what might you be doing about this situation?
Well, I mean, the polite thing to do would be to knock or just enter. It's a store.
Yeah, I say we just enter.
You got it. You open the doors. The shop has recently or constantly been cleaned. Not a speck of dust, not a grain of sand tarnishes the floor. It is a showcase. The center area is dominated by a huge wooden counter, the sort of thing where people would bring in samples of their product, lay it out, scales would be broken out, things would be tested, things would be weighed, but at the moment it is completely barren aside from a logbook currently closed, one of those big ledgery kind of things that people write in for years and years before it fills up. There's an inkwell to the side, a quill to the other side, everything again spotless. There's a door on the back left-hand corner of the room, and that is where the light is coming from, but that door is currently closed. As everybody enters, are there any skills being deployed that I should know about?
I want to take a look-see around and see if there's any little magical doodads sitting about that look like. If I were magical, I'd be that thing.
If you were magical, you'd be that thing. I mean, there's only 3 things to look at: the book, the inkwell, and the quill itself.
Well, that's right, it's empty.
But, as you carefully inspect those things, maybe an Arcana check for you, please.
I mean, I did say it. I really missed the part where I said, yeah, it was empty.
Of the 3 things, you would guess probably the quill, but none of the 3 things look like they have much chance of being magical.
If I were a magical thing, I'd be that bottle that never runs out of ink.
This doesn't seem like that one. Any other skills I should know about being deployed?
Perhaps seeing Tahir enter with such caution, I think Blitz might, use his staff to just probe the corners of the room just to see if there might be any invisible orcs. Since remember that room we came in with.
All right, so doing the old invisible orc check, no problem. I think that's probably a perception check there for you.
Oh, I found some.
So excellent. You did find. No, that's just a wall. So yes, there is small variations in the wall itself, and you managed to poke one of those, but no orc to be found. However, you did pretty good on your perception, and while you are not finding orcs, you did also deploy your ears, and you can hear from the back room. I'm like the greatest. How can I negotiate such a fantastic deal? I got to go write this down. This is amazing.
Holy suffering succotash there.
And you hear
I'm
someone.
hearing what sounds to be self-adulation.
You hear someone working the key to the door in the lower left, and Bowser just like romps in, filling the room. Like the room is full of Bowser at this point, and the door starts to swing open, and you think, "Whoa! Welcome to my emporium. Can I service you?"
Where is that him? It's the master of trade. Show some respect, Andry.
What?
Yes,
He's
yes,
the master of trade.
I am master.
But he likes Set.
I like that.
Oh, it.
I like that.
Who doesn't like that?
The Bowser, this mechanical thing, he didn't like
Well,
Set.
I mean, he's wearing the entire regalia of Set, so it might be a little bit,
I mean,
you know,
hell set.
confusing.
He gives you the super secret snake symbol, like hell set.
We come here to give you a chance to denounce your ways and Set, or you will be ended.
What? But we're hailing set.
No, we are not.
Mitra's taken over. Sorry, buddy.
No.
Blitz probably did return the symbol, but just to see, because he was just practicing. Like, oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't understand.
We have killed Avarkus, Aphris, and 90% of the rest of the worshippers of Set.
So not only am I the greatest trader, I'm also the high priest.
By order of succession, it will most likely seem so.
How long do you plan on living?
Century.
That ends today. Andry, end him.
Alright. I guess I'll attack.
So you move to an attack. Can I just get an attack roll from you? That is 1000% a hit.
Gracious.
Could I get a damage roll from you? Like a sack of wet potatoes. He's just like, whoomp. You just like. He's just
We should probably burn that.
Agreed.
glug glug glug. Whoosh.
How many more do we need to kill before one of us becomes high priest?
Well, you are the closest one to him because you are wearing literally every single piece of regalia. Oh, hey, Tann, you may have been looking up the distance, but the fine gentleman whose name we'll never learn was thoroughly executed.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Like, I just saw this little dust that was like floating a little funny. I just couldn't look away from it. I'm sorry. Like, my dad called, so I was like, what? It turns out we're not getting Hawaiian. They were being mean, so we're going back to pizza.
You could get Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
If you, yeah, combine them, meld.
So
Wow. Yeah, he
if
went
you-
down that. He went down that quick.
The
Yeah,
method of trade melted like butter.
If you,
Wow. Okay.
if you think that Andry was a badass just with his fist, you should see him with that sword.
Man, I can't believe I missed that. Like, I totally would. I mean, I could watch it later. But
Mage, look in the chat log.
that's true. Holy crap!
So yeah, the Grain Emporium is yours. You take a look around. Now, I do have to ask one important question. Would someone please roll 1d100 and not get a 1, 2, 3, or 4?
You
I
know
think
what
you're
we're doing.
pointing at me. I think
right. You got it. You got it.
Anything but a 1,
You're
2,
responsible
3,
for
or
all
4
of this, Dahrian.
on a
I am.
1d100.
I am. Okay. Come on.
Oh, I was
Already-
being.
You've already used up half
Yes.
the low numbers. Yeah.
62 is not one of those numbers, and so we do not get to see a corpse possessed by Set before the fire is applied and such things are done. You do.
Hey, everybody, I'm Set.
So, after, if no more, so, a quick inspection of the Green Emporium reveals that there's not been much going on in here. That logbook shows the details of a great many transactions, tons of grain moving, but there's only 5 names that just get repeated with various different numbers, and the costs are all over the place. It doesn't look real at all. It's like if like a 3rd grader was trying to like list all their friends and just couldn't think of more names, so started repeating them down the line. It's kind of a little, you know.
Sad.
IP Freely, Seymour Butts, kind of those names
yeah.
on there.
Yeah. Don't like if beside one of the names, it's like you wouldn't know them. They live in Canada, you know.
Right. Yes. Right.
Percy, do you know that?
Yeah,
they're my neighbor.
Oh!
I sorry, just having a personal life moment. I just realized that my child just picked up their significant other who is from Canada at the airport yesterday. So I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why it's on my brain.
Who would know
I've been
that?
making fun of the
Canada.
kids for the last couple of years about having a significant other in Canada.
So, Dahrian,
Yeah.
why did we kill him?
Why did or did not?
The clergy of Set need to die. He was apparently insane. I don't think we can get any information from him.
Well, I was gonna. At least was hoping he'd tell me what this lizard is. And I just hold up the box that still has a lizard in it. Should I just let this thing out?
What
Do
if it's
you-
Set?
Yeah, like this
Could
little
be.
guy's harmless. Look at him.
Does he have any jackal-like features or
Beaver-like features.
or beaver
Nope, just a little
reptile of
little
reptile of
booted
unusual
suit,
size?
a snazzy little jacket, little tongue that flicks out occasionally.
God,
He's
jackal.
got a jacket now. I can't kill him.
I
We were
feel
gonna
like
kill
this
it?
party would not have
No.
allowed this lizard to go this far without a jacket. But
Do you
Wrong.
feel-
We wouldn't have let him get this far without a belt, and I find the smallest belt and I
Yeah.
drape it over the gate.
Do you feel bad, Andry?
A little. That was pretty easy.
Quite honestly, I didn't think it was going to be that easy, but
It was
But
like
yeah.
killing a commoner. Like
Are we the
it
villains
seemed
in this
wrong.
story?
Kimber,
let's look
how
at
do you
someone's
feel
story.
about this?
Are we his Set?
No, we are his Mitra. Or Mithra.
I'm not even sure you believe in Mitra.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What do you mean?
What do you believe in?
I've stated many times I am an avid, well, I wouldn't say follower, I'm more of a fan of Horus. It's a little bit different. You know, he can just go wherever he wants. He rules the skies. And, I mean, skies are pretty cool for moving about. And I kind of have to move through them to teleport. So you can see how it can be intertwined a little bit.
I think that checks out.
Now what are we gonna do?
We have
I
the
read a
Emporium.
conquest.
Let's squeeze into the back room and take a look around. What is he doing back there?
sure, you squeeze
How
in and
many different varieties of grain does he have?
take a little look around there. Almost no grain in the place. He hasn't actually done any trade in quite a long time. There is a chest. It is locked, but you find the key amongst the ashes of Pastor. When you unlock that, you can find several prayer books dedicated to Set, a pouch of incense that smells a little off, and several strings of prayer beads.
Is there a hint to, like, in the way that, I mean, probably Set, but is there any indicator of, like, what the prayer beads who they might be, like, geared towards?
Sure. So you kind of look at the beads, and you kind of look at the book, and you can see where the number of beads goes along with the prayers in the books. So each one of these strings would have a passage that you would recite as you went through them. And as you're sort of like kind of scanning through, could I get either, I would say, like a history to speed read or religion to kind of get the feel of it real quick?
As he scratches his forehead, he's gonna give himself some guidance. They're about equal.
Sure.
As a lover of history, I'll pick history.
Cool. So you're kind of speed reading your way through. You're like, okay, cool. That's the one goes with this one. This one goes with this one. This one goes with this one. To consecrate these beads, strangle an innocent with them. Oh. The beads, as you sort of look them over, are styled to be reminiscent in pattern to that of a constrictor snake. So they are garrotes.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
So
Did you know, Dahrian? You just have such a way with people.
I suspected.
Yes, it's sort of a put it on and then twist and it clicks.
Guys, this is wild.
Can I have
Like,
those?
I was gonna say, do you want Dude, if we're in any trouble with any Set people, we're gonna look legit. He's gonna hand over the
Full
book. and
head
the
to toe.
book.
He's got the beads hanging off of one leg. He's got the headdress, the staff.
I wonder how.
The
The
only
ring.
thing he's missing is the ring.
It's true. I have it in a pouch if you want to hang on to it, but I'd be very careful because Set. Oh yeah, and he's gonna
So-
pat his foremost hip.
Secretly,
Right
Blitz's
there.
AI logic is trying to figure out which side is really right here.
Well, it depends on who you want to live more. And
Or
so,
Blitz.
All right, so no supplies. I guess
Yep.
we go back downstairs, free the prisoners.
I'm good with that. Or do we want to check the hidden rooms on the first floor first, or should we do prisoners first?
Oh, and there's a smithy too. But that looked empty.
Yeah, he's not there.
yeah, it does look empty. You go over and take a quick look at the smithy. Maybe give me a survival or a perception real quick. Ooh, that's a real good survival. Andry, you occasionally make yourself big, so you know what big feet steps look like. There are some big feet steps leading away from the smithy. Behind these big feet steps are three main dredge marks being made into the ground. Each of those dredge marks, like, scuffs through the roadway, consist of 3 furrows. So something with like 3 prongs or blades was being dragged through the dirt by something massive. With
Like
a
a-
24, you would say big bear. Like a real big bear person.
Wait, Say that. Wait, say that again.
Sure. A
Big
really
bear person.
big bear person was dragging 3 massive things behind them down the roadway.
And you mean like not as like that person is like a bear. That like
that is,
they're like
those
like
are bear
legit
prints.
bear.
Those are legit bear
Okay.
prints,
Okay.
walking like a person would.
No,
Where the
there's where jackals,
It's where Jack.
There's
there's
where
where
bears.
rats, there's where wolves, and there's where bears. Man, this town is a whole menagerie of lycans if that's the case.
and the 3 large things that were dragged. Can we tell if they were metal?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is it like a?
I feel like maybe
is it
an-
like
an
a?
investigation?
I don't even have to tell you that. This guy has nothing but metal here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's metal. It's metal. And you kind of like, all right, what the hell? And you look around and you kind of remember what you saw was in here before, big metal pieces he liked up on the wall, a lot of great swords, great axes, that sort of thing. His entire supply of great axes is gone. And you can see things have been slagged and forged recently, and you're looking down, you're like, what are you gonna make out of like 20 great axes? And then you're like, oh my god, they are giant great maxes.
The max.
A half dozen great axes welded together, axe points out on all sides. You see the prototype max over there. This is 3 of them.
Oh my god.
They are
Okay.
mace
God.
axes.
I thought it was just a myth.
It's real. And you know what the best part of this is? Mace axe is officially in here. All I did was shorten it. It's a legit thing.
That's awesome.
But yes,
I can't believe it's actually
3
real.
giant maxes have been dragged through the town. Heading
The
over.
weapon of legend.
Yes.
Okay. We've got an apparent smith
Yes,
who's a werebear
seems like it.
who has taken 3 large weapons, likely to go get together with the 12 people out in the outskirts of town.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Ooh, Andry,
I think.
Andry did real well in survival, so I'm gonna say he's gonna call back, like having tracked a little ways down. The path leads into Avarkus's manor house, so you can see it pushed through the manor house gate and is in there. You would have to do some investigation beyond that, but not out of town, into the manor house.
I'm
Okay.
assuming he went downstairs.
Hmm.
Wait,
If I were
we killed the
carrying-
giants, though. What is he doing with these big weapons?
We didn't
Do you-
burn him, did we?
Do you think he's looking for us?
Probably.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill the giants again. They're gonna be zombie giants. We're gonna. Oh,
no!
damn it! We didn't burn the bodies.
I forgot about the giants. Even as you were talking about them, I was like, did we kill the giants?
Damn it! Okay, from now on, we burn everything.
Agreed.
Tahir, that's your job.
Wait, where's the dude that Audrey
Dead.
just killed?
Burned.
He's
burned.
burned? Okay.
Haster is appropriately
Okay.
ceremonied.
Okay.
All right.
It does remind me.
Of
Was there any
Arcus' house.
Yeah.
Just
keep
keep
an eye out for
following them
Silver.
down.
Just keep bowing him.
So you head towards Avarkus's house. You go into the manor house. You can see where a quick raid had taken place. People grabbing things, that sort of stuff. You can see where, correctly deducted, the werebear has dragged those massive axe-like creations across the floor. It's scarring the wood over to that hidden cubby and down. Yes, the werebear has taken those massive weapons down below. It looks like he just swept those, bear traps, rat traps out of the way. The bookcase is in tatters, and down he went. Are you following down in that direction, or? doing something else topside.
Should we search the house?
I
It
mean,
seems kind of useless, but they might have missed something.
Marcus might have something hidden.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a, let's just call this one a quick investigation as I flip over and check if there's anything that would have been left up topside.
Oop.
Lending help.
Quick scan. A couple of crossbow quarrels. Weapons would have been taken. The war dogs themselves are roaming about, but you will scare them off or dispatch them as you feel appropriate. No problem there. You've got some casks of oil, silver candelabra, fancy stuff to go in the pile.
Let's drink.
Let's see here. What is this? And what was my investigation? Oh, 17 is the magic number, actually. Well done on that one.
It's actually 20. There was
20 with the
Oh,
loop.
sorry, 20. Excuse me. Even better. So there is a locked chest that is defying you in opening it. It's obviously got something very pricey in it, so you do not want to immediately smash. I will need a dexterity check lock-picking effect if you want to get into that one, or you can just know you have a chest with something valuable in it. Feel free
Blitz,
to let me know.
we want to buddy up on this one.
Yes.
Boop.
I also have thieves' tools, so I will assist.
You got this, big guy.
You got it.
You do it.
Show me 20.
Doing it. Gotta click like a million things to do this, but here we go. Oh,
That is not a 20. And
You got a boop.
So you break off a pick inside the lock.
oh.
You could smash, but you feel that would be a high risk maneuver. Do you want to smash?
Is there a key?
None that you have found.
It would probably be on the corpse you left downstairs.
That
How
would be
big
a
is the box?
likely place for it.
How big is the box?
Foot high, 2 foot long,
Oh,
foot wide.
Okay.
So it's kind of a flat painter's box, kind of double high.
Right. Okay.
Upstairs, you see that the bed was the place of a recent scuffle. Likely, that's where Sheila tried to stab Avarkus, and Avarkus didn't stab properly. Then other people have escaped. And a little bit of coinage around, but not a stunning amount. I can get you the details on that. So the locked chest would be the thing for the moment there, and then somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 gold scattered about. Locked chest, smash, or wait till later?
Wait.
Yeah, maybe
Say
wait.
wait till later.
Okay. So
What are we gonna do later?
Key?
Rest. We'll have the dome. We'll have all the time in the world we need. You can't push art. And this is a form of art.
Possible. I mean, there could be a key somewhere as well.
Yeah.
With this.
could be a key. You could pry the hinges apart. Basically, I mean, if you spent 4 hours working on it, you could sand your way through the wood and take out whatever's inside. But in a while on the move kind of way, you just couldn't get the trick of it without, kind of saying, well, if it's glass in here and we open it like this, all we're gonna have is shards. Or if it's spices, when we pop this lock, all we're gonna have is a lot of spice in our faces.
Right.
Whatever's in there is obviously pricey, but you can't suss out what's in there at the moment.
Mm.
Could be a.
Does anybody Does anybody know if were-rats and were-bears get along?
History,
Yes.
nature, arcana?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They're all followers of Set in this place, so they're probably together on that one.
They're all working together.
Well, and I wonder if he took 3 of those weapons, perhaps as the were-rats have been doing, he may have been cursing a couple of others. We may have 3 were-bears to deal
You
with.
don't think the bear-loving, very evil guy is associated with the werebears, do you?
Say that again?
The guy downstairs has all the bears himself. You know, the ones that Andry tried to wrestle and get horribly mauled.
I wonder.
The very
What?
evil guy and his assistant. You don't think the
Sure
werebears, do
the
you? I don't
evil?
think so. Yes, him.
No, those were just bears.
I feel like they're separate. Just because, like, the one dude seemed like he's like, oh, the followers of Set? Nah, man, I got my own army. Like, he seemed. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're separate. I don't know how, because, yeah, literally everyone here is a follower of Set, but I don't know. I feel like there's a degree of separation.
He's Set premium.
Yeah.
So, where are we going from here?
I guess now
Oh.
we're going down?
Hidden rooms or the lockup?
I thought we were doing the prisoners first.
Yeah, I
Maybe
would like
we
to
should.
Let's just stick with that. Prisoners it is.
Okay,
Let's do it.
so give me a second. We'll flip map, and then I will ask which way you want to descend. So the that didn't flip the map. Flip map.
I'm trying to remember how where we are now
Yeah,
connects
that's
to
what
the
I'm
whole
about
downstairs.
to point to.
Oh, yeah.
And audience at home, I'll catch you up in a second. But for the party here, so coming down from Avarkus's manor house would be from here. So from the manor house down brings you down in this area. From the temple down, from the temple of Mitra down, brings you down over here. From the constabulary down, brings you down right here. And then from the tavern down, brings you down here. And those are the methods that you've found so far. So from Avarkus's house here, from the temple up here, from the constabulary here, and then from the tavern down here.
I believe we said no temple for safety reasons.
Okay.
We're in the manor. Should we go down the manor or not because we want to avoid Bearman?
Wait,
No,
no,
I'm
no,
sure
I
we
want
can
to
take
fight
care of
him.
him.
If we encounter Bearman, perhaps better to encounter him from behind.
That's true.
Yes.
Deal.
We ignored the secret door for now.
Okay. So
We'll be back for you.
I've dropped you in the room with the circle. You're not in the circle at the moment, but we'll kind of run through what you remember. So you're going through the room with the rat traps. You make your way down that kind of long staircase that you were very careful with. You made your way to sort of a door that had the bottom chewed out, where we discovered that the cave beavers were swarming this place. Open that door. Inside, big pentagrammy circle with candles, braziers at each corner of the pentagram, and you decided to 100% not investigate that area before. You did not cross inside there. There are curtains all the way around. You moved aside the curtains. You found the double doors to the north, which also had the bottoms eaten out. You found the bars to the east, and then you found the passageway to the southwest. Beldar's map revealed a secret passageway straight south from here that bends around and leads up to the rat tunnels, kind of going between those bars. And so, from here, can I get the first fateful D6 of our re-entry into the set? You'd prefer not to see a 1. to have things be uneventful. A 2 is not a 1. And
We're back at square one.
at the moment, you do full round action gaming. Thanks for hopping in. We are playing some D&D 5e tonight. Land rest, well called. Yes, we're playing some D&D 5e, working our way through the Dark Tower upcoming original Adventures Reincarnated release by Goodman Games. We're getting to do a little bit of a sneak preview playtest of some of their changes. Party's just making it into the first level of the dungeon. They've been here a couple of times before, but they are currently looking at a inscribed pentagram on the ground, curtains all around, but they've got a mission. So are we investigating that brazier and the pentagram, or are we given to pass once more?
In another life, I have a history of braziers, so I'm going to stay away from the braziers.
Could be a PC, you never know. Might be a party member.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's best to probably avoid that. In my official clerical assessment.
All right. So far, avoiding that, you would be making your way down a short hallway. Cuts hard left, cuts hard right, and then up ahead to the south, you can see the Temple of Set and the carnage that you wrought within. The rats are still scattered about. The statue is still shattered all over the place. Lots of little pieces of jade that you collected, but there's still dust and such things. And the place is a bit of a ruin. As you make your way into that temple area, though, I do need to ask for the next of our fateful D6s. Could I see a D6? You would probably prefer not to see a 1. A 6 is not a 1, and the only thing down here is going to be those rats. You can see them still hauling their bloated bellies around. They've been feeding good the last day or so, and they are working to stay out of your way. One of those little ratlings, beaver-looking, half-human-y, half-were-rat hybrids are scampering away to the north there. Behind the ruins of the statue on the south side, you can see that hidden doorway. I think you left it open, so I believe you can see the southern hall beyond, and then a mirror on the back wall, so as you sort of peek around, you can see yourself peeking back at you.
Do you want to check out these secret rooms?
Sure could.
We're on a mission.
Mission.
Sure could.
Mission first.
I do, but mission.
When we clear the first objective, then we'll do that.
So
Well,
down this way.
If I'm recalling correctly, are the things this way? Is this
So-
the way we're going?
Sorry, where you're going to be heading is, if you wanted to take the shortest route, you would come down here, along to the east, and then back around to the staircase heading down here. So that staircase heading down would be the quickest way to get to where the
And that's where the giants were, right?
correct. The giants would be at the bottom of this staircase, and then from there you go down, right, and up. So basically, directly under this area is where you want to end up to get to the cells.
Okay.
So one floor down, and then yes, right where you were pointing is where those cells are.
Yeah, I say beeline to the cells.
Yeah.
You got it.
Mission.
Mission. As you mission, you make your way down into that hallway. You look at the mirror on the south wall. You bypass those tempting secret doors. You make your way into the room where you saw Mirth get absolutely munched by a bunch of undead and destroyed the self-same. To the north of that room, you see the cage where you found Murky the dog. Speaking of Murky, is Murky still in the backpack, or is Murky back in the room?
No, he's still with me.
Sleeping puppy in the backpack. Check.
I'll pull him out every once in a while. And Mitra, is that you?
Nope. Still a sleepy puppy.
All right, put him back in.
You make your way through all the carnage there, the little illusionary door that had the statue behind it that we haven't found out about, and then you turn and head down the stairs as you're heading towards that room where you fought the giants. Could I get another Fateful D6?
Dare I?
Do it.
Yeah.
There.
Are you kidding me?
Good job.
Oh my goodness.
I was about to say redemption too.
We're on a mission.
Mission.
On
Is there any chance you're accidentally clicking the D1?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
So good news, bad news. I'm gonna need a second just to catch up before I ask for the next roll here. I think it's a D8, but let me get to my right sheet. So you're making your way down the stairs. Up ahead, you can see where fog clouds were exchanged and things were done. On the stairway itself, there is blood and goo because there were some folks dispatched, and you notice scratched through the blood and goo, those triple scratch marks. The heavy weapons, the maxes, had been dragged down in this same direction. A bear print here or there indicates that you are now back on the track of the bear. But the thing that troubles you on level 2 is a thing. And that thing is going to be a D8, please. You've done a lot
I'm gonna
of
say
work on level
Dahrian.
2, so
I'm gonna
you
say
Yeah.
Dahrian roll the
might
D8
get lucky
just to be.
here.
So it's on the lower side.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
I don't. What's happening?
So there's good news and bad news, and the good news is this problem has already been dispatched. The bad news is you probably don't want to deal with it in quite this way. As you come down to the bottom of the stairs, you see that this room is just full of fat, happy rats, and all of the goblins' bones had been pulled down, and there's just trails of goo and other stuff, and they've just been chewing and chomping away. The hill giants aren't here, but there's goblins and goo just everywhere, and fat little giant rats rolling in it. They're probably not a threat to you. I mean, unless you walk next to them and they're going to try and chomp you, but just rats, happy, and goblin goo.
Ugh.
This is terribly unsanitary.
Did we ever search this room?
Yes.
Yeah, it's where
We
you
have.
found your giant liquor.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
It'll put hair on your chest and take paint off your walls.
Well, I can fly over this, so it's up to you guys as far as wading through.
Can
this
you
muck.
carry me?
I don't think that I can.
Gotta find a foothold on the wall.
Yeah.
It's just awful down here, and it looks like it was intentionally like laid out buffet style. Like somebody was involved in this. Like they were like, "Have fun, my little friends." Goo, goo.
Ugh. Ew.
Like there's signs of cavorting here. Like it's messy.
Mm.
But we need to get to the prisoners.
But I may be able to clear a path.
All right,
So
go ahead.
much prestidigitation.
Oh, if that works, shoot.
I don't know if it does. That's a lot.
And according to your map, we'll reveal some area here. Hallway, hallway, hallway. Hallway, hallway, hallway. So, from where you are, south, all the way to the east, and then a good chunk north, would be where the cells are.
Damn it, that's where we were going when that little bastard from the sheriff.
That is where you headed when Varys came down with the acolytes, and then Mirth came down afterwards.
Hmm.
And in case I'm wrong, I think that was Chris's role too.
Poor Chris.
It was. Yes,
I mean, somebody's got to make the adventure happen.
that's right.
Good job, Chris.
And so,
All right.
That's why he's the leader.
Yeah, that's right.
The inciting incident. Unless barring any better ideas, I guess Bowser would have Blitz kind of nuzzle down and just clear a path. Bulldozing the slop out of the way and the rats.
I mean, it's not as much fun as Find the Wishbone was up against the other meat hall, but eventually he does pull his way through. And you're able to make your way south. Now, it does get a little better over here, better traction, kind of everything's fallen away. And as you're sort of turning down that hallway and looking ahead to the east, you can see that before you would get to where it breaks off, that kind of darker block in the middle isn't a wall. It's actually a dip in the floor filled with water. And as you get a little bit closer and lift a little bit of light or get your dark vision-y eyes in there, you can see that there are coins below the surface of the water.
Fishing well.
I was gonna say I want to take a copper coin and just ding right into the water.
So you're just gonna chuck it in the water? Like, are you going for skips, or you just like bloop?
Well, you said it's just like a divot, right? Like it's not.
It's that whole gray area there, all those 40 feet
snap.
across. And I'm
Okay.
I apologize. Give me
An
1 second.
Olympic-sized wishing pool.
It is a good-sized wishing pool. I'm just catching up to my
I have everything relating to swimming in a desert. This is probably my only chance to even get to use it.
That's true. You did roll up all that swimming stuff. So it is a pool of placid water dominating the room. A glow from the pool fills the area with a flickering dim light. The pool's bottom sparkles with thousands of gold and silver coin. You would guess the pool to be about 10 foot deep. Steps at the eastern end of the pool descend into the water. 3 tiles at the bottom provide the illumination. You would guess a continual flame or other type of spell due to the flickeriness of it coming up rather than a more stable light spell.
Does the water have any sort of scent to it?
Does the water have a scent to it? Could I get a perception check as you sniff it? Over the smell of goblin that you just came out of, I don't think you're picking up anything in particular. Nothing obvious. No sulfur coming off of it, or like a rotting smell, or an acrid smell, anything like that. It probably has some watery smell, but nothing obvious. It smells more humid in this room than other rooms, but down here, you remember up to the north, there was a fair bit of water for the beavers to build their dams and such things. So.
As the self-proclaimed swimming expert here, I don't think we need the gold. We got plenty already. Maybe once we're done, we'll come back and dredge it out.
You ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I just look at my ring, twist it, and feel like I made a bad investment.
Aww. Andry, you've moved far enough in. You can see in the northeastern corner of the room there is a set of double doors that would lead. Northwestern corner of the room, a set of double doors that would lead off to the northwest, and then the exit to the northeast hallway that's mapped out. That set of double doors is not on Beldar's map. He just kind of got to that cell block, and that's as far as he had drawn in.
What about tracks? Are there any tracks on the floor?
I think a survival check might help us figure that one out. Yes, there are many tracks. There are countless rat tracks that have been down here recently. They're almost obscuring everything else. But rats have been in through here. People have been in through here as well, but not since all the rats came through.
What about the bear track?
No bear tracks here.
It went the other way?
Probably.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I was looking forward to killing that bear.
Think you'll still get your chance.
Really? That'd be great.
It's a lot of excitement.
The other way is toward the bears. I mean,
is
the
true.
normal bears.
Oh, yeah.
Coincidence?
Yes. They were friendly bears.
And so,
Are the prisoners?
To the
To
prisoners.
the prisoners.
to the prisoners. Bowser, that's a double door off to the west. It is currently closed. Sorry, Blitz. Blitz and Bowser. Please pause for
there's
station identification. Tahir!
Up.
How you doing, buddy?
Fine.
That's good. What's your armor class?
High enough.
Is it? I don't think it is. Is your armor class 24 or better?
I'd do that right now. Give me 3 rounds, I can.
Well, since it's not a 24 or better, as you kind of cut the corner just a little closer to the water than anyone else, the water sort of reaches out and grabs hold of you and then sucks you down in.
Oh,
Man.
It's weird.
It's okay. He likes the water.
I think we're prepared for this.
As you are pulled down into the water and constricted, 3d 6 plus. What was this? Why am I doing this manually? I have a thing that does this for me. Boop. Boop.
I don't know why I keep picturing Tahir wearing one of those like pinstripe onesies like in the old movies. And like a little tight cap on his head.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
As you
Okay.
are pulled down into the water, you are restrained and held under the water. While you all can see Tahir frantically, doing something, you can't see what's causing this situation. The water weird is invisible in the water, but he's probably not doing that on his own. And so we're going to go ahead and bring up the turn order. We're going to ask everybody to go ahead and click their tokens and roll themselves into initiative. Tahir, can you drown, or do you have water breathing?
I got a scroll of water breathing. I got a potion of water. Yes, I can drown.
Okay. You are not
Give me-
currently
give-
water breathing.
Give me a round and we'll solve all our problems.
Got it. But for the round to that point, let's see what's happening here. And so let's get things moved around for the audience at home. Let's get things sorted out on my side. And Tahir, you get to decide what you do for. Wait, I'm missing somebody. Oh, nope, sorry, Blitz is just waiting at the bottom. Tahir, go ahead and what are you doing? You are restrained.
I got a swim speed. I feel so great. I'm so ready for this, and I'm gonna teleport out of the water.
Please go ahead and move yourself to wherever you wish to be.
Where is not there?
Anywhere
Sure,
that's
Andry's
not the dark
not.
gray areas.
Do not! Like, just a bunch of sand just floats up from the water. It's very wet. It just globs together and forms the fish of Tahir. Do not go in the water. Very bad.
Kudak.
Anyways, there's a thing in there. He pulls up the crossbow, gives a little cock, and then pew! I shoot in the water.
Sure. You can't really see what you're shooting at, so you're shooting blind. Go ahead and give me your attack at disadvantage, unless you have a way to see invisible things.
Not yet. 16.
16 is going to go into the water. Give me some damage.
8 non-magical piercing.
8 non-magical piercing. It hit water. You're pretty sure it hit water.
Let's see if this water's also flammable. This little bolt of fire comes out.
It just sort of like hits the water and go ahead and give it a roll.
20.
I mean, it's a good roll, but it just sort of
I did it. And I'm just gonna draw my sword and be like, I'm not going back in there. Ow.
You got it. Tann.
Wait, why did you jump in the water anyways?
Yeah, why did
Quiet,
you-
there's a creature. I know better.
Tann, what are you up to?
Where's the creature, man?
Water! I told you, I'm an expert in this.
There's so much water.
And Tann,
It's in.
Firebolt goes in.
it's just little steam coming up out of the water.
Where is it?
Tann,
That's
anything else?
yeah. I think that's it.
All right, Dahrian.
Okay, Dahrian is moving this way, and I am going to hold a spell in case this thing attacks.
You got it. Andry.
So we're leaving then.
Preferably. Just don't go in the water.
I'll dash out of the room.
Okay. Time passes. Nothing seems to be happening. Y'all can move freely at the moment. We'll drop out of turn order.
I just like grab my little turban that I'm wearing. I just give it a good old wring it out. Shake it off. Clean the rest of myself up. You know, I did say let's not go near the water, and for some reason I'm the one that stepped near the water. I don't know why.
Good job following your own directions.
I have a habit of
We-
doing that.
We didn't bring you for your intelligence.
Now, as you're
No.
making your way along,
No.
a couple of things, Andry, will become apparent to you. The first one is that there is a staircase leading down, off to your left. It goes down quite a ways. To your north, the hallway continues on, and from that hallway, you can hear people absolutely losing their minds. They are screaming, howling, squeaking, just the
Like in
worst kinds of
pain?
noise. Yeah, like pain, like you wouldn't like. Like, can't even quite find like howling pain, like throat seizing up kind of pain.
Coming from below, you
Coming
said?
from ahead, coming from to the north.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's not depicted on the map here, but there is a fairly heavy curtain across the hallway north of you, so you can't see into that room. That's just because we revealed the map to show you where things were. But it's from behind that curtain.
Can I sneak up and peek into the curtain?
Can you try? Sure. I'd love to see a stealth check. That's an okay stealth check. So as you make your way up there, and kind of you make it to the curtain, where is everybody else at about that time that he reaches the curtain?
I would have been moving up
Sure.
kind of, 20, 30 feet behind him or so.
I'm right there.
Got it. So as you're moving up, Andry, you can definitely hear people are absolutely writhing in pain. Occasionally you hear a metallic like thunk as somebody hits against something metallic. You hear kicking against probably stone or maybe even some wood, scrabbling at the floor. And much closer to you than that, that's maybe, behind the curtains and back a little ways, but closer to you, you hear someone say, "Oh man, that looked like that looks like that hurt. That gonna hurt, man? That looks like. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt." You hear like yeah, but really, what else are we gonna do? Oh, but that is gonna hurt. Ooh.
Oh, it's two voices?
Two voices. And were you just listening or were you peeking, Andry?
I will peek in, yeah.
Okay. So as you peek in, you can kind of see sitting not too far from you, just like right around the corner, somebody who just has a big old pot belly. You can see the side of his belly and like a piece of his arm, so you know he's right there, but you can't see his face. So his belly is sticking out like further than his nose does. And he's just sitting there like, wow, that is, oh, that looks like it's gonna stink. Person sitting further to the sides, yeah, but I mean, it was that or get eaten. Now across the way, you can see in one of the cells is a woman, blonde braided hair. You recognize her from the caravan. She is just thrashing on the ground right now, and you can see that she's like scrabbling, and as she's scrabbling, her fingernails are not human anymore. They're extended, clawed. At this point, she's just like absolutely screaming.
Oh no.
I'll go in.
You like shove your way in. As you do so, sitting on a bench just like right there and kind of like look, oh boy, is a big fella. And are you going in weapon? Are you going in conversation?
Weapon out.
Sure. So let me go ahead and drop in.
And probably say, my friends are right behind me. You guys might want to stop what you're doing. They're not very nice.
And like as you come in, this fella like stands up, and you're big, and he's big, and he just kind of gives you like the belly bounce. Like as he gets up, he just like boom and kind of bounces you backwards a little bit, like as you're getting ready to fight. It doesn't do anything aside from say I'm coming at you. And let's go ahead and roll into initiative here. Let's clear what we had before. Let's go ahead and roll myself Onok the belly into initiative here. Go ahead and give his sort. Andry, oh yeah, you've got the initiative. Do I get everybody? 1, 2. I'm missing somebody. Who'd I miss?
That might be me. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I clicked it, but apparently not.
Gotcha. Andry, so you came in, you're ready to fight. He's kind of standing up, giving you the belly bounce, but you're way ahead of him. What are you doing?
A bad call, mister. Oh.
That's it. Oh, wow.
15 damage, unless he's a fiend.
He is not a fiend, but that's a lot of damage. Yeah, he stands up and you just put him right back down again. Onak just sprawled out on the ground. Are you going for lethal or are you going for non-lethal?
Hey, he's unconscious?
He's down. He's down and out.
I'll step over to the next guy.
Okay.
We'll give him a little sword action too.
Certainly may. 19 will make me double check. That would be Midad. This fella, as you step up, you can smell him. He's missing a lot of teeth, kind of stinky, dirty brown hair, scraggly facial hair, and not a 19 armor class. So, could I have that damage, please? That's going to be 12. There is still standing. Anything else?
And they're looking to fight?
I mean, you just kind of cut one of them in half, so yes?
Oh. You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
No, I mean, like, if, like, maybe negotiation... I feel like somebody was recently making fun of my characters negotiating after the attack rolls happened.
They did belly bump me, so, you know, I assumed that means that they were going to fight.
That seems reasonable. And so anything else, Andry?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, that is going to give me 2 folks. One of which, Ishfemo, or Ispemo, the Terrible, comes up behind. He is going to roll to hit. Roll... 18's pretty good. 14's pretty good. What's the armor class I'm trying to hit?
18.
18, that would be definitely a hit on one. Looking for the hit on the other. Too many NPCs. That will be a hit with both, and that will be... Roll 2 d10s. Sorry, are you doing anything crazy to these, redirecting, etc.?
I will, Stone's Endurance, one of them.
First one is for 12 points of damage. You take that down to a 2. Second one is for 9 points of damage. And that will be it for him at the moment. That will bring up our Midad. Who is going to miss. And Blitz. What might you be doing?
Alright, just charge right in and start pelting this guy in the front with the staff.
Sounds good. And is that the sneaky staff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that staff magical in any way?
Yes.
It is?
Oh.
It's not magical enough! Whiff.
Wait,
anything
second
else,
try
please?
here. The dice were blocking the button. Oh, goodness.
No, still a no.
I'm just here to cheer you on. Rah, rah.
Rah-rah indeed. Dahrian, what do we got?
Okay. Let's see. I will move up next to Tahir. And I cast sleep.
Oh, sleepy time. Go ahead and give me the dice on that one. 26 points. 26 plus
30.
13, 39.
39.
That will. That will definitely put you to sleep. You are a sleepy fellow. But now I have to do math. Medad the Filthy, the one that had been hit, does fall asleep. Ispin the Terrible here does not fall asleep, is still awake, but some of the people suffering in the cages do fall asleep.
Okay.
And yeah, because you guys have more hit points than they do. Dahrian, anything else?
That will be it.
Got it. Tahir, what do we got going on?
I mean, I got a straight line to this fella right here.
Just gonna pull out the trusty combo of firebolt and crossbow. I'll start with the crossbow. Bam.
25.
25. For 12 points. And then firebolt. 19.
19 will miss.
Oh. Okay.
You got it.
Got some
Ishpemo-
pretty neat armor.
Yeah, Ishpemo is got a plate and a shield on, longsword in one hand. And Tann, what are you up to?
He's gonna move a wee bit closer, maybe do a little meh as he jumps past and does a firebolt through the curtains at the gentleman directly in front of him.
Sure.
Firebolt.
Ishpemo, 16 will
Aw.
miss. Roadkiller, thank you for the cheer.
Ooh. Thank you. That's all I got.
All
Well,
right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, all right. Back round to Andry. Albinosaurus, thank you for the cheer. Bad boy of the internet.
Alright, boy.
So the one to my south is asleep.
The one to your southeast, southeast is asleep, south is unconscious / dead, west is up and swinging.
He's not reconsidering his actions, right?
He does not seem to be. 30 might make him change his mind. You are one-handing, correct?
Yep.
So 15 points there. It hurts, but he is standing. Anything else?
Yeah, we could put him to sleep too. I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. .27's a real good punch. 11 is good damage. I have an important question. Are your punches magical?
No.
It does not seem to affect him.
Wow.
That's okay. I'm gonna grapple him.
Oh, Haroka? We got a plus 4 on
Oh,
this.
never mind. I can't grapple him.
Oh, no grapple. Oh, that's right. Shield and sword in hand. That is going to bring up Ishpemo. Ishpemo is going to look between you all. And Andry, I think you're going to be the target at the moment. That is going to be a total of 4 attacks coming at you. Oh! Wah!
Did I roll that?
Wah. I am a sad Casey.
We've all been there.
Ishpemo does nothing. Blitz! Oh, no, wait, he does do something, like, in spite of how bad that was, he does at least take a few short breaths and give himself a little bit of a second wind. Oh, that's even sad, too. Blitz, what are we up to?
Alright, let's try this again. Couple of swings here. Yeah, that's better.
That is a good shot. That is
Crack him
7,
over his
and
crown.
yeah, that was magical because you did enchant that
Mhm.
thingy, right?
Yes.
You got it.
And again,
Not so I got it.
and this time I'll remember to have the doggy take a bite at him too. last
Doggy
time.
bite attempted, but does not land. Blitz, anything
All right.
else?
No, that's all for now.
You got it. Dahrian.
Oh, actually, I'll move out of the way in case anybody else wants to come up.
Okay.
I will stay where I am and toll the dead
Toll the dead.
on him.
Wisdom +2. Repertoire. 11 fails it. Will take 13 points of necrotic damage. Anything else, Dahrian?
Move up a little bit to right there.
You got it?
Do I still hear other people
Yes, there are still,
hollering and stuff?
yeah, there's at least 1 or 2 more voices still calling out. It seems like your sleep put the majority of them to rest, but your sleep would not cover all the cages.
Okay, sure.
Tahir, what do we got?
Seeing Andry's fist just pretty much bounce off the guy, and then realizing my crossbow isn't anything too special, he'll just shrug to himself and draw a sword, and he'll charge up 25 feet. And I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Hey," and shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp, it is advantaged. 26 is a hit.
Nice.
Minus 11. Anything else?
I have a sword attack.
I believe you.
Boop. 21.
21 will hit.
Non-piercing.
9 more there.
And I got 5 feet of movement. I'm gonna step right there.
He would like to hit you, but he can't. Tann.
Tann is gonna make a little like drum, air drum motion and cast Toll of the Dead.
You got it. Wisdom, that would be 1d20. Just 17.
Dang it! Eh, he's fine.
He's fine.
He gives a sad bleep. Meh. Or bleep.
I'm sad.
Mercy.
See?
Meh.
Andry, what do we got?
Yeah, he appears to have a hard head. But Lawgiver can take him.
No!
Oh no.
Absolute minimum is a 12. That's still impressive.
Assuming
Wait, how do
that's
you
a
get
miss.
12? Plus, oh, yeah. Yeah,
Plus
got
11.
it. Yep. Wow.
No!
Holy shit.
Wow.
The dice are not on fire at the moment.
Hmm.
Andry, anything else?
I will
Okay.
activate the storm rune.
You got it. I'm assuming he's got disadvantage.
Yeah, sure.
Is that what you were planning?
Yep.
Okay. So he will make the attempt. He is engaged. He is going to get 2 attacks this round. First one is at disadvantage. Pair of 6s is not going to do. 1d20 plus 5. Second one is standard attack. Rough, dude.
Wow.
Just
Your heart's just not in this.
he's just having some trouble controlling his newfound abilities. Blitz. What might you be
All
doing?
right. He's looking rough, right?
He is looking rough, but he's also sprouting tufts of fur. His ears are getting pointy. His nose is elongating.
Oh. All right.
Oh,
We'll squeeze back away from him a little and hit him with a guiding bolt. Hopefully,
Okay.
I'll hit him. Let's see. Hey.
Chew, that is a guiding bolt. Quite a guiding bolt indeed. 16 is more than he can handle, and Ishpemo the Terrible falls. For the sleeping fella, is he ever going to wake up?
That's you, big man.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Tie him up then.
Okay. You tie up Midad the Filthy, grimy fella, body oil and body odor and ale are the eau de toilette that he exudes. A couple of tooths, not enough to be called teeth, and not a looker. But you do have him captive in the cages. You can see that there are a number of members of the caravan, but they look to be in a bad state. A quick look around the room, and you can see that this area was overrun by rats recently. Little marks of their passage displayed just about everywhere. They are covered in numerous bites from rats that look to be of normal ratty size, a few giant ratty sizes, and a few prominently placed, those are too big to even be giant rat kind of bites. You kind of see what's going on. They are being forcibly lycanthroped in front of you. They don't like it. What is the party doing with this situation?
And where's the woman who was screaming with her?
She
Is
is
she-
here.
She's still
she is
alive?
currently asleep. Alive, but asleep thanks to that sleep spell. They did not have many hit points left.
Okay. Give me 1 second to check on something here.
Sure.
How many people altogether?
There are Kalishtar and Verdonti in the far left cell. Vashala, the woman, in the central to the right. There is another fellow whose name you don't know or recognize. He might not have been part of the caravan. To the right of him, almost to the far right-hand side, you see Morim, the leader of the caravan. So a total of 5 currently in here, the center 3 of which are asleep.
Okay, and all of them have the lycanthrop bite?
Yes, all of them look like they were chewed on by rats and then bitten by the lycanthropes. Enough times that it took.
Okay. Well,
Can you fix them?
I believe I can.
Do we have to fix them right now? They're locked up. They're not going anywhere.
Those bars would not keep a giant rat in.
Yeah.
And isn't there a time frame too in order to safely revert that, or no? Am I misunderstanding something?
I think an Arcana would help in that situation.
Yeah, he'll give it a whirl. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So Tann, catching it before the full first turn effectively makes it as though it didn't ever happen. After that fact, though, you will have at least mental, moral alignment scarring, even if the curse is removed. You might no longer turn, but you will have done things or wanted to do things of such brutal nature. If you were good, you would tend to slide.
Okay, and you said Morum. What do I know about Morum? He was the leader.
Sure, Morum was the leader. He's known as Infidel Bane. He does not accept anyone who lies or breaks a promise in his presence. Out of respect for or survival for those who he travels with, generally those who are in the caravan are not allowed to talk to him. Everyone else sort of handles the dealings until it is time for the official contract. You speak very plainly and then get out of his sight. He does not brook any sort of fibs.
Right. Okay. And then the girl was
Vashala,
Vashala.
you remember her? She was a priestess or cleric of Ishtar.
Okay, right.
And sort of not quite the same, but on, a similar footing to your goddess, someone you could speak the language with.
Right. Okay. I will cast Remove Curse on her. Touch her through the bars. She's one of them that's asleep, right?
Yep. And as you cast that, you can see the fingers start to go back, the hair start to repace, everything kind of comes back. It doesn't heal what was happening. Her fingernails are still completely split. Her, hair's still absolutely patchy tatters, but she's no longer transforming and eventually would recover. At the moment, I think she would still be asleep for a little while longer under the sleep spell. Remove Cursed is pretty instant.
Yeah, Remove Curse, it's touch, instantaneous duration.
Okay. So if you want to wake her up, you can, or you can let her sleep out the 10 minutes-ish that sleep lasts.
I think it's only 1 minute, honestly. Okay. Sleep is 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I will. So let me do this, and I will do it to. Was anybody else turning?
All of them. All 5 of them.
All of them.
All 5 of them. The 2 on the left are the ones that. The 2 on the left are the ones that did not sleep. So Haltashar and Verdonidi are the 2 that are still writhing and screaming.
Okay.
Will I cure their wounds? Or is there a more efficient manner of healing?
Yes. I'm doing the Remove Curse on the 3 that are sleeping, which I guess is Morum, Vashala, and
the one whose name you don't know.
Okay. But I recognize him from the.
No, this one you don't.
From the caravan.
Do not recognize this individual.
Oh, okay.
Could have maybe been in the caravan, but between the 5 of you, don't remember the face. That's
right.
You didn't meet everybody, but
right.
It's not ringing a bell for anybody.
Okay. So yes, I will, while they're sleeping, touch each of them. That's the safest. Mm-hmm. And then
You not going to help the other two?
They're well. Can I use a spell slot of a higher level, even though the spell does not
Yes.
require? Okay,
Yep.
right. Okay. Then, under the circumstances of that, I will use my 2 4th level spots
Okay.
to do remove curse on the other 2.
Okay. So all 5 have had remove curse cast on them. That stops the progression of the lycanthropy and sort of settles them back in. Now you can see similar signs, but not the violence on the one fella you have tied up. So the Medad the Filthy is also infected, but seems to be just showing the signs without the pain. Maybe he's not fighting it.
Probably not fighting it. Maybe he's had it longer. Maybe too. So.
Is it clear, or would it be clear to Blitz what they were talking about before we interrupted? I wasn't clear what was going on there.
Sure. So, seeing what you've seen here, it sounds like the rats all came through, chewed up the prisoners, and then the were-rats came in and bit them until they showed signs of turning. So, forced them to become were-rats, each of the prisoners. The guards sounds like they were sort of, I wonder if it's going to be that bad for us kind of conversation. And all 3 of them also appear to have been bitten by were-rats, but not the other rats, not beat up, and don't seem to be fighting.
So it would seem they were bitten without their consent.
The ones
but then chose to just go with it.
Yeah, the ones in the pen were definitely chewed on. Those 3 guards, you don't really have their story, but they've got bite marks on them. And so, eventually those in the caravan will start to wake up. They'll sort of like, what's going on? Yes, thank you. What can we do? Help? Would you mind opening those cages terribly? Thanks. So that conversation, sort of, we'll fast forward through the thank you very much. You definitely get thanked. Medad the Filthy, you've heard kind of what the followers have said of thinking, but did you have any specific questions for him?
Who do you work for?
Sure. Okay. So Medad says, well, up until a few minutes ago, or up until a day ago, I worked for Abarcus. Now I work for Avala. Well, now I work for you.
Is Avala the new high priest?
Yeah. She rolled in here with just a sea of rats. Chewed up everything. Gave us the option, either follow along with her, or be like them.
So you're willing to follow her?
To avoid that? Yeah, I am.
To avoid what? Becoming a werewolf?
To avoid being chewed on by rats to the point where I couldn't resist, then being chewed on by were-rats so I could be her thrall. Yeah, that's okay. She was enough of a pain when I'm not forced to follow her.
She's unpopular.
Kind of a spoiled brat.
Is she in charge, or does she work for somebody as well?
Well, she used to listen to her dad, but now that Avarkus is dead, and that her brother is dead, and Sinister's kind of an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
She works for Set.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's a priestess.
doesn't?
Set.
You down with Set?
Trying to survive, man. Look the way I do, whoever's willing to pay.
How long have you been here?
100, 300, 400 years now.
Alright, so you're no better than the rest, that's what I'm hearing.
Look, man. I'm not a pretty boy like you. I wasn't born with platinum locks. I can't wear feathery shoulder pads. If I go bare chest, you know what happens? They throw stones at me. Okay? I'm sorry.
Bad?
I don't know why. Cats have a lot of nipples, and so do I.
Not gonna follow up on that. So,
I
your
must
new...
collect you as a specimen.
Oh, there it is. That's the quote of the session.
So, look, I'm just trying to get by.
She typically come down this way, or she typically stay to her tunnels?
I mean, usually she's prancing about, showing off up top. Hangs out with Sinister when she wants to, rebel. Came in here like a tidal wave, going on about finally capturing one of the relics. Is gonna do what her dad never could, and it's biting time. So,
What is this relic?
hmm?
You say she's going to collect.
Oh yeah, one of the treasures of Mitra, unlocks the temple. Now we can get in and out. Be through the tower in no time. It's been 400 years.
Tower of Set or the Tower of Mitra?
Mitra. We can get in the tower set. I mean, just give it a little boop.
So she has not yet gained access to the Tower of Mitra.
Well, she got out. I mean, she got in, she got out. She's got the eye.
The eye.
Oh yeah, big dangly doodad. And it kind of makes like a symbol, like a big amulet.
Which way do you guys normally get into the tower?
I mean, there's
Oh,
only
at the
one
bottom?
way yeah, there's only one way to get in.
The bottom, so
Yep.
where the door is.
Why, you know another way in?
I wish I did.
Me too, brother. I'm telling you, man. Treasure's on that top floor. That's why we came here. That's why we've been digging. I mean, food too. Not having people throw rocks at me.
Morum.
Hi, hello, yes.
What should be done with this one? Did he mistreat you when you were in there?
He's an oathbreaker and a liar. He should be put down immediately.
Does anybody have a problem with Morum exacting vengeance and justice on him?
Midod's like, yo, huge problem with this.
You don't. You get a voice but no vote. How's that sound?
Andry will put lawgiver through his head.
He's just like, whoop, and that's it for him.
Did you really have to punch the first person you saw in town?
That was intense.
Morum is sort of like, what?
You punched the first person in town, did you not?
No.
It was the constable who's the what's it?
Poker face.
They set upon us in the darkness.
That
We
was
were-
a little
we
more.
Oh, they
told-
lied. Okay.
So,
That makes sense.
so, yeah. I thought it was like you knocked him out and I gave him full reason to capture you in that regard and throw you down here. Oh, that makes more sense then. Yeah.
We were so young and innocent then.
Yeah,
Still so much to learn.
After fighting off the griffins and passing by you, we made our way back to town, not expecting any trouble. They set upon us, and then he sort of just gives you a quick little outline of, basic ambush. Really didn't have a choice. The entire town just kind of whomped them, and that was that.
Oh, is that why you made that comment like way back when you were like, there is no one in town? Is that from that or something else?
A little bit of both, but basically,
bit of both.
yeah. The entire, like, they came in like. The innkeeper was like, hey, saddle your stuff here. The constabulary were like, oh, yeah, let me check your papers. Avarkas was like, oh, hey, let me check your goods. They kind of got up close, and then all of a sudden it was just like, whomp. And, if you're not expecting to be jumped by the entire town.
Fair.
Is there perhaps like a chest or something here with these people's equipment or something like that in it?
So I will sum up the equipment in just a little bit because we're running close to our time. So there's some plate, there is some swords, there I do not believe is any magical items. The equipment of the caravan is not here. So basically they are just in what's left of their clothes after the transformation had them basically tearing at them themselves. You are / your characters would be aware that the goods from the caravan were moved into that building beside, and Afris and Avarkas were going to spend the night counting / divvying up. It was probably all of the stuff rather than the portion for the payment that they sort of lied to you about. So you would guess their equipment / other things are probably up there, if not distributed about as loot among the different folks. So that would be a reasonable place for you to go. Now, as the caravan folk are sort of getting their head together, like, so what's the plan? And you can see they were all chewed up and spit out. They're hovering at 1 to 3 hit points each. They are exhausted. They haven't been fed. They're obviously pretty beat down. Able to walk alongside you right now, but not a fighting force at the moment. What is the plan? Do we have one yet, or should we ask that question at the beginning of next week's session?
I have a plan right now. I point to the guy who's in the middle cell. And who are you? Just a random guy that we don't know.
Oh, random guy that you don't know. Random guy that you don't know says, hey, I'll be happy to talk to you next week. From there, thank you everybody who's been hanging out. That's going to be a little more exposition than I want to get into just past midnight here. So we will be back again next week, picking up with our Dark Tower for that conversation, and we'll figure out where we're going from there. Things that the party will be aware of is more time continues to pass. So some of those random rolls that we made early in the session here will need to be random re-rolled and adjustments made. So hopefully the dice will be a little bit warmer come next session. If you like what we've been doing and you want to come hang out, check us out in the Discord. We've got a bunch of stuff going on there. And that's where we pick up for new campaigns when we do our recruiting to play, as well as our community campaign, which anyone can drop in, drop out, and we are working our way through kind of a Temple of Elemental Evil Part 2, Return to the Temple of Elemental Evil, Prince of the Apocalypse, homebrewy thing. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. And coming up soon, I'm going to destroy a bunch of low-level folks with a Black Dragon, and it's going to be amazing. But other people do other stuff as well. I just like big monsters. So, thanks everybody for hanging by. Alex, I see you out there. If you want to throw us over to anybody you happen to see that might be ready for a raid, and then we'll hop off. Anybody you want to shout out anything as we head out?
As
Just
always,
wanna
thank
say-
you.
Yep.
Oh,
Thanks,
sorry.
Casey. Thank you for everybody hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Had fun.
And happy birthday to the birthday folks. Jenna, Alex, enjoy your birthday. Lainey,
Thank
if
you.
you're out there listening ever in the future, happy birthday to you as well. And we will catch you all in a while. Bum, bum,
They can
bum.
finally drink. Alex and Jenna can finally drink.
Drunk!
Legally.
Yeah,
Blink.
aw, blink.